Session. Calling case number 25.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Man, I love the intro so much.
No, me
it
too.
really gives me that last little oomph that I need right there at the end.
Yeah,
Welcome back to
starting late.
Saturdays. Yeah,
Yes,
man.
welcome back to Saturdays. Yo, this is turning into my favorite night of the week.
Yeah, it's a good it's my only night of the week, really, right? So everything else I do is during the morning time.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
So,
So
how have you been doing? How's your week?
I'm doing fantastic. Hold on. This is a little high.
Welcome everyone in the chat to They Think You're Stupid podcast with RealBayes and Danks. We made it a whole week through the treachery and the streets of geopolitical commentary, ladies and gentlemen.
The mean streets of geopolitical commentary. Oh man,
streets. The Sesame Streets.
It's nasty out there.
Fucking feels like I'm in Disneyland.
And shout out to Project Constitution to cease and desist letter number 3. The guy's going for the record.
It's so funny that you said that. I'm not even sharing my screen, and then I happen to have this up right here. I wasn't planning on.
Let's play it. Let's start.
You want to play it right away?
Yeah, let's play it.
Jumping right into the action. Project Constitution got his 3rd cease and desist letter from Turning Point USA. You won't believe what this one is for. I did a live stream and talked about it. I think it was yesterday, but damn, who would have thought? And you can't. This is the thing with copyright law is I don't think that what they're trying to do. I mean, I wouldn't imagine it'd be possible to copyright the Charlie Kirk logo and tell him you can't use this logo at all or his likeness. But apparently that's what this is. So let's give him a listen. Why don't we? Let me zoom in a little bit here for the team.
Hey guys, it's me, Colin, Project Constitution. You're never going to believe it, but Toilet Paper USA and Erika Kirk are at it again. They just sent me my 3rd cease and desist letter. Yep, the 3rd one. They've already sent me 2 previously, and now they decided to send another. At this point, I'm just collecting them like Pokemon cards. Gotta catch them all, right? I'm actually starting to wonder if they're gonna send me a 4th just to complete the set. What's really insane is what they're coming after me for this time. They're threatening legal action because I used a picture of Charlie in my logo as a memorial for the man that we lost. Let that sink in. They're trying to sue one of Charlie's own supporters for honoring him. Meanwhile, there are literally hundreds, if not thousands, of accounts using that exact same photo of Charlie. I'm genuinely curious, has anyone else received a cease and desist letter for using a photo of Charlie? Or is it just me they're targeting?
That's pretty much it. I mean, what do you think about all that?
I mean, it fits since they're doing the whole 180 on everything that Charlie stood for, right? So, I mean, Charlie used to say, keep asking questions. So, you know, ever since he's been gone, it feels like the new slogan is stop asking questions. And I just think they want Project Constitution to stop asking questions and stop reporting and stop using Charlie's likeness.
That's exactly what they're telling him, and that's in the document there apparently. So, yeah, it's very shameful to see. I mean, I feel shame for that man, you know, that died. It's like you're gonna I mean, the person that went around answering anybody who questioned whatever he was up to, whatever he thought, his belief system. He didn't go sending papers and cease and desist. I get it. I think like TPUSA also, though, they're going through a lot. Right. But the answer is not legal paperwork. Like you're going to have to sue the whole internet. You know, you're just pointing out like some of the loudest, but at the end of the day, it only makes things worse. You know what I mean? It doesn't make you look any better. It doesn't make anybody favor you anymore.
And yeah, but in all fairness,
I'm
sorry to cut you off, but in all fairness, I don't think that there's anything that Erika Kirk could do to make herself look better at this point.
There's not.
He might as well just start sending out the cease and desist letters to all of us.
No, she needs to go home, take care of her kids, and kick back, have a fucking martini or a mimosa, go to lunch with the girls at the club, you know, go to the mall, shop for that Louis Vuitton, like kick it, take the plane to fucking Mykonos. That's what you should be doing. What is the point of all of this?
Unless well, it sounds to me like she's already been doing all of that, except for the taking care of her kids part, but we don't know.
Yeah. Well, who do you think the kids are with? I heard a theory that the kids were with Charlie.
That's
like, what else could it be?
I heard that they were with Charlie's parents.
I don't know. I'm just messing around. Yeah, it's just a shame. It's a shame that you know, it's a shame that the lopsided attacks coming at people defending Charlie's will, even though we weren't close to him as much as the people that are changing what his will to be done is. And it's just very strange. It's strange on the attacks. It's strange to blame Candace Owens for creating investigations into the assassination. You know,
what are they blaming Candace Owens for?
Well, they're blaming Candace Owens for creating all of this hatred towards TPUSA.
Yeah, but Candace Owens didn't create the hatred towards TPUSA. If I remember correctly, Candace Owens was still supporting Erika Kirk when the public started turning on her.
You know, it's the things like this. If you haven't yet, please hit the like, hit the subscribe button on Danks and Real Bayes. We'd appreciate a little love. Love goes a long way. We are non-sponsored, even though I think I got someone wanted me to do an advertisement for like a comb or something, like a older man's
you were going to say
comb.
It's Tyler Boyer.
No. Tyler Boyer. Bro, you pay me that good money, I got you, bro. I got you. I'll make you look like $1 billion. You know what I mean? But they can't afford your boy. You know, there are some things that make them feel like you just can't get past it. So this is Olivia Swing. Do you know Olivia Swing? She this is her YouTube channel. She does great work. 103,000 subs. She talks a lot about Epstein files, Charlie Kirk, Israel. But anyway, she made a post saying they're scrubbing evidence in real time. People are spamming my comments saying I lied about Erika Kirk's website bio. So apparently she made maybe a video or something talking about Erika Kirk's website bio, and then she checked, and the entire about section has been removed. But I have screen recording from before they scrubbed it. Why are they so desperate to hide her own words? And then there's this video here, I guess, of her screen recording going there. Erika Kirk. This was what it said. Education, Regis, Arizona State, double major, Liberty University, Juris Master, doctorate in biblical studies. Oh, wow. All right. CEO and founder, Everyday Heroes Like You. So she's showing this.
Everyday Heroes Like You. That was the nonprofit that helped the children, right?
I think Romanian Angels was a different. Yeah, it's a subsidiary of Everyday Heroes Like You.
See, how could anybody dislike Erika Kirk after everything that she did for the children?
I don't know, man. You're telling me. But
she was helping orphans, right?
Oh, speaking of Project Constitution is right here. I can confirm this is true. That's fucking hilarious. Bro doesn't miss a moment, does he?
No, he is on their ass.
That's hilarious. Shout out to Project Constitution, man. Doing his thing.
Yeah.
Doing his thing. So he's members.
He's in the trenches.
He is in the trenches. You see his posts everywhere. On the second post under someone, all these political posts and politicians, and
he actually sent me something today about your boy. It was like an audio.
Who's my boy? Why do you keep saying my boy? What the fuck?
I'm just teasing you. Sorry.
Reach out for comment once, which is what the respect.
I thought you were gonna get him on the show. I was looking forward.
He doesn't want to come on the show.
Is it me? You should have him on without me then.
No, he said that he doesn't need any distractions while he's fighting the radical left. That's what he said. I said it's not a distraction. I mean, there's bad blood in the water with TPUSA, and he told me that only 5% of the polls where he's reading says 5% only care about what's happening with all this drama surrounding TPUSA. That's what Tyler Boyer told.
Only 5%.
That's it. So they don't need to address any of
America's in trouble.
I'm just telling you what he told me. And I told him, it's cool. Like if that's what, I tried, to get him on, but he isn't feeling it. And it's not, I don't think it's even particularly to me or anybody else. I think it's that he really is buckling in on something else. I don't know. Or he doesn't want to entertain it at all, bring any more light to it.
Yeah, well, I mean, after what you slapped him around with a couple months ago, he's probably afraid that we get him on, and it's like, hey, Tyler, what do you got to say about this? Yeah,
I memean, if somebody comes on my show and I invite them, I'm not gonna be like too hard. I want to hear their opinions on certain things, but I also want them to speak and be free to say whatever he wants to say and hear him out and get his opinion and their perspective. Because the short time that I did talk to him, I only talked to him once and I texted with him twice. When I talked to him the first time, I learned a lot of things about apparently the belief system around the way they're operating than I ever could see things. And it was very interesting. So I know I would learn a lot about how they think at TPUSA, how he thinks, how Brad Parscale thinks, like all these people that are on the other side. At the end of the day, they are just people, but they have a radically different belief system than I do regarding how we should be dealing with American politics today. And it just feels that everybody's bought in randomly, like it just perked up out of nowhere that the entire government got Israel's back. And like they actually come before us almost. It's like, or definitely it feels now, and it just feels like it kind of came out of nowhere. Like 4 years ago, this wasn't a topic. This wasn't a concern. This wasn't even a discussion. We didn't even could even look twice before October 7th. You know what I mean? So it's like after that, the world watches what's happening. that in on the west side of that country, west side, and they're straight up turning it into like Middle Eastern Compton, bro. It's worse than that.
Middle
actually.
Eastern Compton.
Yeah, the west side. So the world watches that, and then we have their backs and we are paying for it. How do you think that makes the countries around the world that are documenting this as a G situation? How do you think that makes the rest of the world look at us? You know what I mean? It's just a damn
Well, I mean,
shame.
a lot of the rest of the world already kind of looked at us like we were the bad guys before all this. Now it's probably much worse.
Probably. What's up, Christy Lee? Project C posted TB Egyptian planes secret audio. Really? Well, let's take a look-see, shall we? We're just trolling him. Not trolling him, but scrolling him. Project Constitution. Let's go to your page, sir. You know, here it is. Here it is. Let's bookmark this sucker.
Yo, how great would it be if we were able to get Tyler Boyer on the show with Project Constitution?
Oh my gosh. Okay,
How
so
would you
this
like
is
to
4
mediate
minutes
that
long.
debate?
Leaked audio, Tyler Boyer addressing Turning Point Action employees in secret internal meeting. Boyer admits speaking with top government sources to shut down the Egyptian plane story. Secretly recorded internal Turning Point Action employee meeting just leaked, and Tyler Boyer is directly addressing the online criticism. In the audio, Boyer tells staff to stop engaging with people online and to ignore the criticisms. He also confirmed that Turning Point is highly competent people handling their crisis PR and that employees should stay out of it and focus on their work. He claims that according to high-level sources in the government, the Egyptian planes tracking TPUSA faith events are fake and just isn't happening. This is a major admission. Not only are they telling their entire staff to ignore the criticism, but they're also openly admitting they're getting information straight from government sources to shut down one of the biggest stories surrounding Charlie Kirk's assassination. If that's not collusion, with the Trump administration, what is? If you want to donate, you can donate at clubvatra.com/gangsterintel/donate or RealBayes/donate. So let's hear what we got here. Let's hear what we got.
They're dealing with grassroots. Like you can totally mishandle the nuclear bomb that's the grassroots. And
bro, how crazy is it that you got employees like recording everything that everyone says up in there? Like there's like probably 12 people in that room. You know, like one of them's got a fucking microphone on.
How many of them you think still have their jobs though? How many people did they cut loose?
I have no idea.
Yeah, once they started firing people and acting weird, like, didn't they say that like nobody was allowed to like question what happened to Charlie, like question the narrative, if they wanted
Erika,
to keep their jobs?
Yeah, I mean, if they want to keep their jobs, they obviously don't want to be pushing back against the clear direction that they're heading. You know what I mean? It's like, what are you gonna be like going to Tyler like, hey, bro, like I don't know if this Tyler Robinson guy is a guy like. I think that we should look at other stuff. Like, what are you going to do? You know what I mean? You might as well just keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, keep your mouth shut and start recording everybody.
For real, though. Wolfpack, $4.99. Erika out here making up degrees like it's the special week at your special of the week at your local restaurant. Yeah, bro. The only thing is that she's been serving up fucking sloppy appetizers since September. So I don't know if I'd eat at that restaurant unless you like fish fillet, right? Did that go over your head, the fish fillet, or what?
No.
And then the outcome isn't necessarily that you didn't win that. You can win those battles. It's crazy. But what it means is that you still anti-Jew as possible. So really the baby that has to be split here is that we have to figure out, do we want to spend all of our time and energy on crazy? Or do we not want to do it? And how do we choose that in the most effective way possible?
I gotta admit, Tyler Boyer he's a very calm, nice sounding young man, you know.
I heard good things about him. The
Yeah, no, I mean,
one person that I know that worked for him said that he was a great guy and that he was the type of boss that would like be on the ground floor. Like he wouldn't, ignore the new people. He would learn their names. Like he knew who the people were that worked under him. Like that was like his role there, to be like on the ground with the staff and manage everything.
yeah, no, he's plenty nice. He's never been, mean or rude or just. I've never heard him like that at all, ever. You know what I mean? Actually, not just from my interaction, but just from all the clips that we've seen. But people think that he's demonically evil, like some others. I wonder what the audience thinks about Tyler Boyer. I'm going to take a poll, actually. Do you think Tyler Boyer is evil?
That's a way to put it.
Yes or no? That's it. I don't like that. Keep it simple, straight to the point. Gut check. It's up.
I'm gonna do the same thing too. Don't worry.
Do you think? Remind me to close it after, because I always forget to leave my to close them. Do you think Tyler Boyer is evil? Yes or no? It's a simple question, ladies and gentlemen. 40 votes already. We got 449 people watching on YouTube on Danks. We've got 102 on Bayes. Let's get 500 votes.
Some of those things can't get figured out in a matter of weeks. Some of those things unfortunately get figured out over matters of months. And you hope along the way that people kind of figure themselves out. But I can't say this, is that it's like there are some really easy things to take care of that when it happens. So we all have to do that. We have to protect our people and protect the organization, especially from just down in place. And that's happening. But those things don't happen overnight, unfortunately. I think you'll see those things. But what I would ask is that everybody, stay focused, right? Do not get absorbed into online chat. I know everyone here wants to be defensive. We're trying our best, and I myself have to fight this battle where it's like I feel pressure of having to defend our organization. That's one of my jobs that I have to do. But I'm the same way. It's if I do all that, then I'm not raising
capital. It's all about the money.
Capital on that,
which is fine. It's part of the business. The business runs on donations, right? Runs on free money, tax free.
And manage and mitigate problems. We're not talking about all these different. We talked about dozens of candidates just this one behavior, right? And we're having this conversation that will help impact America in a positive way. So you got to figure that out for yourself.
So this conversation, I wonder why it had to be had. You know what I mean? Should we play the whole thing? I mean, is it worth playing the whole thing?
It's up to you.
What do you think? Like, real quick, audience, pulse check. You want me to play the whole thing? It's another 2.5 minutes. The thing with this is so yeah, it's like, why do you think that they had to have this conversation? You know what I mean? It's like, we've got a room full of people. It doesn't sound like a very big room. It sounds like a small room, but maybe that's just acoustics. It's interesting that they would have to have this. So maybe there's some in-house drama going on that people are maybe on their phones whispering. Maybe it got to Tyler. Maybe they're talking openly about it. Right,
well, just think about it this way. All right, we've all had jobs at one point or another, and you and me both worked in the restaurant business. So when something happens, there's some kind of drama with somebody at the restaurant. It's like the gossip of the day, right? Imagine you work at TPUSA. And then this stuff starts coming out, and you're hearing about Egyptian planes following around Erika Kirk for 3 years, and everyone's at the water cooler talking about the Egyptian planes.
That's a very good point.
You know what I mean? It's like, it makes sense. Like, I can only imagine what it was like in those offices the past couple of months.
Yeah,
especially like Erika doing like these Zoom call meetings with everyone. It's like, okay, like I don't mean to be morbid, but he's dead. This is TPUSA 2.0, and it's gonna go great. You know what I mean? Like,
I know.
People are probably like, "What the hell is going on?" Like, remember when she got awarded that? What was it? Was it Medal of Freedom? I don't know. One of these medals that, like, Trump gives out. Gave it to Erika in honor of Charlie Kirk. And then she shows up to TPUSA, has everybody line up at work in the office, and she's like letting them walk by and look at it. Like they're not like she's not even letting them touch it. She's not even passing it around. It's like, look at the shiny thing that I got from President Trump for my dead husband. It's mine. You want
I
to
haven't
look
seen
at
that.
it?
Is there a
You
clip
can't
for
touch
that?
it. You can look at it, but you can't touch it. You know what I mean? Like,
Pretty brutal, yeah.
I'll find that for you right now. Keep
Find it,
this
yeah.
up.
I'm gonna
Find that
keep playing.
video.
I can't say is this if you have questions or there's an issue that comes up, any of this goes for anyone, talk to your manager and can run up the line. Like, there's no stupid question, there's no silly question. Everybody has different things that comes to mind, but most things have a great answer. What I can't say is this, Egyptian plank. I promise, straight from top sources in the government, so just isn't happening.
Yeah, like you're gonna admit it if it was real anyway. You know what I mean? Nobody's admitting that.
And I promise you that, people that
Like if Egyptian planes were following the company that I work with, CEOs and shit all over the country, you can't tell your employees if it was true or not. You'd want to reassure them it's not, even if it is true, because that's scary as shit. You wouldn't want to work there if you knew Egyptian planes were following your bosses around. Who the hell would work there? You're out of your damn mind. Egyptian planes, what? Catch me out. I'm going to somewhere else. Going to the high school or the college. I'm not working here. Fuck
Yo, just
that.
imagine how the cop felt. The cop that was at the scene, that's sitting there on the dispatch telling everybody. It's like, yeah, I could see exactly where he was laying down. Like you could tell there's like an outline. And then all of a sudden the feds show up and they're like, we found a screwdriver. And it's like that one cop that like knows the screwdriver's not there because if he did, he would have mentioned it in the dispatch call. You know what I mean? We should find that guy's name and make sure he's okay.
Well, I mean, just the whole situation is a mockery. You've got the screwdriver on the roof. You got the guy running off the roof with no gun, obviously. Well, anybody trying to sell you that there's a gun there or that there's a gun in the dude's fucking pants walking up the stairs or that
His knees were bent.
Those are the same people in all of the pictures and the same guy was at Dairy Queen. You got me messed up, bro. There's 100% no chance that any of that is real. And then also you've got cameras everywhere on the property and somehow you don't catch a good video of this dude, but you can just have the camera zoom in and focus on him as he's running off the roof. You know, it's like,
well,
they
can't show
us,
all the videos. They're not going to show you all the videos and pictures of the thing on the roof because then you're going to see a guy with long hair and then everyone's going to know it wasn't Tyler Robinson.
Yeah,
I sent you that
ridiculous.
other link in the private chat, by the way.
Okay, I'll play this.
Can't believe basic 990s that we're not just like funneling millions of dollars. Like there's literally people on the internet that don't think you exist.
Yeah.
Right? Like you understand that, right? Like most of the arguments that are out there and the conspiracy theories is like there aren't any staff. There's turning point actions that show something. It's like you just got to
Yeah, like pick the most ridiculous thing you could possibly say and get them to all laugh. Nobody's ever said Turning Point Action was a shell company. Who's ever said that?
I've never heard that.
That's just like that's the perfect word on the screen. Unintelligible shit that bothers me and that rubs people the wrong way. Because like saying stuff like that, who said that? Like who said that? I've never heard anybody, Candace, Baron, me, Jesse, you, or anybody, Ian, nobody has ever said, like even all the way to the Common Sense show. I watch it and I've never heard him say that. Nobody's ever said it.
I've heard people say that Erika Kirk has a dick, and I haven't heard anybody say that TPUSA Action was a shell corporation.
I mean, geez.
Even Joe Rogan heard that Erika Kirk has a dick. Which I'm not saying. I don't believe it. I don't think so. I think she's.
Obviously, I don't
think
think
hers.
Yeah,
But I'm just saying what's going around.
What, Erica's dick?
Yeah.
That's going around.
Yeah, not TPUSA Action being a shell corporation. That's just
Definitely
made up nonsense.
Definitely.
We would have definitely found that one out by now.
Oh, maybe project wasn't financed in the beginning somewhere. Did he say something like that?
I don't know.
I don't think so though. Maybe. I don't think so.
That guy says some shit though.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I
He's
thought
like,
it
look at
like
the
I don't know.
symbol that Charlie's doing. It's
Bro,
the same one.
I always just go back to the Gaza video. That's all you need for me, and I'm good. I know what you're about, bro.
Look at him.
2% of all
If this was a G side, would he be eating ice cream?
Ice cream? Would he be fat? I think he's fat.
They're not
Oh,
starving. They have
Well,
ice cream.
with the
Look at the
bomb
size
building,
of that kid.
the bomb building behind the kid eating ice cream.
That'd be like saying this town's not racist. Look right there. He's black. You know, it's like
It's
the guy's
so
out of his
bad.
mind.
Yeah, Wilson fucking dumb.
the
shit.
audience is in a turning point goes right back to that's what we do. That's this household. So if you start getting into the mud and fighting every battle, like you just are going to be in bad shape. So we are handling it. Just know that we have like highly competent people that are handling it. And yeah, feel bad because it's like for me, I feel bad that you guys have to deal with some of the grassroots that you guys are working with that are seeing some of those things. The best advice I can give is when the people that you're working with that are like then get trapped into that, it's like, hey dude, I'm focused on work, which is like I'm focused on organizing. And like none of that.
That's been a great opportunity to highlight that you're focused on the work. So all this spinning out and that's me too.
Well, and I can just tell you guys just online, almost every single case of people who are like the most vicious, the most vile, and that's that say the most elaborate, insane things, have no interest in what anything that we do prior to and it's easy because you can look them up, right? Really easily, or you can actually see the things that they said online prior to that, and most of them even have really negative things to say to the show. So, I mean, take that for what it's worth.
What? Say things so before Charlie died or whatever, talking about the people that are talking about these things that are making these accusations. We're talking negatively about the show before Charlie died. Is that what he's trying to say?
Who knows?
Prior to
Yeah, he says
almost every single case of people who are like the most vicious, the most vile, and that's that say the most.
maybe vicious and vile. Maybe if you're talking about the Unfuck America tour, they're obviously vile a little bit, you know, but
elaborate, insane things. Have no interest in what anything that we do prior to
yeah. So that's that. Let me pull that
Project
clip up.
Constitution needs to step his game up though. Seriously.
Why?
You know what leaked audio footage I want Project Constitution to find?
What?
I want to find I want Project Constitution to get some leaked audio of Tyler Boyer calling a meeting about the TPUSA staff blowing up and crashing the Grinder app at the events. Can you imagine that meeting?
Yeah. I'd love that meeting. What's up, Mad? Good to see you. Thanks for the super chat. Mad Max. Good to see you too. What's up? Thanks for double dipping. I got that clip. Here, let me see. Share this. Let's
Yes,
go
the
like
one that
right.
the second one. It's longer.
Our turning point was safe family, but
Yo, she looks demonic. Oh, it's the Medal of Freedom.
and be able to look at it in the back of it.
Wait, pause it real quick. She says, you'll be able to, and she pauses and says, look at it.
Let me see.
Turning point was safe family, but our turning point was safe family, but I want you guys all to see the Medal of Freedom and be able to look at it in the back of it.
You're right. She pauses to be able to look at it. That's crazy, bro.
You guys
Yeah,
are all
cover
part
this
of the
logo.
legacy. And put your name on the back. It's the first and last time I'll put it.
You want to see it? It's shiny. You can't touch it, but you can look at it.
Yeah, you just
Oh, there you go. Oh, she passes it around. Oh, take pictures. Oh, she let him take pictures. That was very kind of her. Look,
Yeah, shit.
they got to take pictures.
ain't
Look at this
passing that
dude.
shit around.
He's really joyous right here. He's like, yeah, this looks super cool.
I'm not, I don't care. Everyone can have their moment and see.
Erika Kirk gets more stuff. Wonderful.
Yeah, she's like, I don't care. You could come over and see. It's like, I'll let you stand. I'll let you stand close to me. Don't get too close.
Yeah, you can stand next to me. It's okay.
What a bitch.
Man. You know, what? Well, how would you do it? How would you do it?
Charlie would be so proud. What if it was me and I got a medal?
Yeah.
I would pass it around. Let him check it out. Let him fucking wear it and take pictures. Those are your staff. She was just making them work for 70 hours a week after her husband was assassinated. Come on.
Can't even.
Listen. The way that a person treats their employees tells you everything you need to know about them. Her husband was killed.
For sure.
She had them working 70 hours a week, knowing that once they got to December and Amfest, that she was going to fire a bunch of them. And she won't even let them touch the fucking medal. You guys can look at it. You can take some pictures. You know what I mean?
I mean, at least they got to look at it. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe if you haven't already. They have been unsubscribing people. If you on Club Vatra, I'm working on this analytics system, and I can see how many people unsubscribed or were unsubscribed for the month. It's like almost 2,300 people had unsubscribed. So check if you're unsubscribed or not. There's something that American Discourse posted that I thought was very interesting. She made a video about it too. So I think what we'll do is we'll play the clip and then we'll go and show what she's done actually, and she made her video on it as well. So let's go ahead and share this. So it says, so she tagged the FBI and the CIA. Does anyone want to look into this guy?
Hard.
Yeah, no, she's going hard. At FBI Director Kash Patel, JD Vance, Thomas Massey, Rokana. Anyone want to take this threat seriously, or is it only if another person would say it, they would be arrested? A little about this guy, son of a successful sportswear manufacturer. Rabbi Yom Tov was raised in the foothills of Hollywood, California. Does he qualify as a domestic terrorist or CC Cenk Uygur, Anna Kasparian, Tucker Carlson, Buckley, and Candace? So this is what she's referring to, this video.
Because the most powerful nations in the world have to go down to their knees. That's what happened to Egypt. That's what's going to happen to America. That's what's going to happen to Germany. That's what's going to happen to France. That's what's going to happen to London. England's going to happen to Poland. That's what's going to happen to Russia. That's what's going to happen to China. But we're almost there, guys. It's happening. This is it. They're all going to go down to their knees, especially the Western ones. They're going to go down hard for how they treated us over the last 2,000 years, for the destruction of the Second Temple and how they treated us. Hashem's going to take them down hard, because the reason God's doing this is for his name in this world.
He doesn't even look like a real Jewish guy. He's got to be a psyop. It's probably like the TikTok videos of, no, is this real? Is this like a real guy?
No, this is real, dude. Yeah, she made a whole video about it.
Yo, that's wild.
Yeah,
That's
no, it's
wild.
crazy. That's crazy, yeah. Here, she does a good job covering this. Let me see.
I wonder if he's related to Ben Shapiro.
I don't know, man, but he definitely is acting kind of funny.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. Yo, Kash Patel better respond to that shit. He responded to Paramount Tactical about us. He should at least respond to American Discourse News over a real domestic terrorist.
No, they haven't said shit.
No, nothing.
Nope, nothing. A few reposts. I could see if I can see anything on this post. No. But yeah, this is her covering it.
Okay, so I found something extremely and deeply disturbing, and I just want to talk about it because it's one of those things where you can't believe it was ever said aloud.
Because the most powerful nations in the world have to go down to their knees. That's what happened to Egypt. That's what's going to happen to America. That's what's going to happen to Germany. That's what's going to happen to France. That's what's going to happen to London. England's going to happen to Poland. That's what's going to happen to Russia. That's what's going to happen to China. But we're almost there, guys. It's happening. This is it. They're all going to go down to their knees, especially the Western ones. So they're going to go down hard for how they treated us over the last 2,000 years, for the destruction of the Second Temple and how they treated us. Hashem's going to take them down hard, because the reason God's doing this is for his name in this world. Because the most powerful nations in the world have to.
She plays it twice, but
Sounds to me like he's doing it for ball.
Sounds pretty intense.
Okay. I think we got the point. That was one of those things that I saw and thought, is our FBI not investigating? Why is our FBI not investigating this person? So I tagged them. Actually, I tagged them on X and I said, are you going to investigate these people? Because it really bothered me that this person is just talking like this about our country. This is what I said. Does anyone want to look into this guy? And I tagged the Cash Patel, JD Vance, Thomas Massey, Ro Khanna, anyone who might care. Anyone want to take this thread seriously, or is it only if another person would say it, would they be arrested? And then this guy is a son of a successful sportswear manufacturer. His name's Rabbi Yom Tov, and he was raised in the foothills of Hollywood, California. And by any account, someone talking about bringing down the United States would most likely be considered a domestic terrorist. And yet no one even replied to that. I actually got 679 views on that. So it's unlikely that somebody in this thread didn't see it. And yet still no reply. I find that extremely alarming on all cases. Does anyone care that people are openly saying this out loud to our face? And I think he lives in Israel now. I couldn't 100% confirm that, but he's from the United States. Does anyone want to put a ledger on how much they think he probably is a dual citizen? Like I would bet,
I would also bet he's Jonathan Pollard's butt buddy.
So, I mean, there's a group of people, and it's not a little group. There's a big group of people that think this way. They really believe that they're the victims of this global story of good versus evil, I guess. I mean, they think that they're the only good. I guess. I mean, I don't know. From all the things I'm learning about them and that stuff, it appears to be very lopsided in their favor.
I actually saw a post that was supposed to be a quote from somebody that's let's just say our not so greatest ally, where they said that they can never forgive the Palestinian people for what they're making them do to the Palestinian women and children.
No way.
They can never forgive them for what they're making them do to the women and children.
That's brutal. That's brutal. And people, they want to gaslight us and act like Charlie didn't care and he wasn't pushing it back against them, but even this guy, Sean Strickland, he says, the man was waking up. It took me a while as well. A lifetime of Boston propaganda is hard to break out of. Here's the video.
I still have the same gut instinct.
This is on PBD.
That I did initially. I find this very hard to believe. I've been to that Gaza border. You cannot go 10 feet without running into a 19-year-old with an AR-15 or an automatic machine gun that is an IDF soldier, right? The whole country is surveilled. And so
when he says
Gaza border, you cannot go 10 feet without running.
When he says that you can't go 10 feet, he means it. Like, he's not bullshitting. You know what I mean?
No, he's not.
Every single 10 feet, there's a teenager with an AR. And he means that. I guarantee you.
Running into a 19-year-old with an AR-15 or an automatic machine gun that is an IDF soldier, right? The whole country is surveilled. And so let me just kind of go through this. We don't talk about Israeli politics very often, and most Americans don't know this. The last 9 months, Israel was on the brink of civil war. It's not an exaggeration. This judicial stuff, there were hundreds of thousands of Israelis taking to the streets because Bibi Netanyahu was basically redefining the Israeli constitution. That's not an exaggeration, right? But I think some questions need to be asked. Was there a stand down order? Was there a stand down order?
Dude, that's like one of the craziest questions you could ask that government,
And I believe Charlie too when he says that Benjamin Netanyahu is rewriting the Israeli constitution, because he's also rewriting the American constitution.
He's trying to do anything he can to stay out of prison. You know what I mean?
6 hours? I don't believe it. Israel's the size of New Jersey. When I took a helicopter ride from Jerusalem to the Gaza border, it's 45 minutes. Wow. 6 hours. Did somebody in the government say stand down? That is a legitimate, non-conspiracy question. The whole country is the IDF. The whole country is. Gotta be careful the way I say this.
Bro, the whole like, imagine saying that, you know what I mean, and being him, like, bro, and being over there, like, they don't share the true information with us, you know what I mean? So we don't know unless you go there and see for yourselves. We have to take word for what we hear, what people, if we can trust what they say. I believe that he really was affected by going there and experiencing that and coming out and saying this stuff. You know what I mean?
I think he was also affected by that meeting in the Hamptons when him and Erika showed up and they all cornered him. And then he went on Megyn Kelly all flustered.
Yeah, so I mean, we've all seen that clip. There was something as well. So Andrew Colvett. So, did I show you? Yeah, so I did cover it on the weekday, but I wouldn't mind going back and showing the
where they say that they were trolling the trolls?
Yeah, the PVD coverage of that, bro.
Yo, it's
PVD
wild.
coverage of that is wild.
It's wild. Oh, yeah. You could do that. I was watching that.
Yeah, it's a good one. And then them like going back and forth, it was just super interesting to see them, because everyone
PVD is
thinks
never
that,
switching sides.
so Andrew
He's never standing
Colvett,
on Trump.
I want to show the post that Colvett put first, if I can find it. But he basically posted under PVD's post that you need to correct your record, bro. Like, it's not AI. Oh, I gotta find that post now. Let me go look for Andrew Colvett, bro. Guy
How
is
did Andrew Colvett ever get to where he is in life? The guy is completely shot. Like, he like, I don't like using the R word very often, but like, the guy's retarded. You know, like, there's no other word that you could find in the English dictionary to describe Andrew Colvett more accurately than saying that he's retarded. Do you have one, Danks?
I mean,
Chat.
I don't know.
Chat. Come up. What's a better word to describe Andrew Colvett than saying that the guy's retarded?
I don't know. We could ask the chat. Let's
Guys,
see.
we're just trolling the trolls.
So we've got 236 votes. I'm going to close it over 26 minutes. So I asked, do you think Tyler Boyer is evil? And the answer is yes, by 90%.
I'm at 91%. Yes.
Yeah, do you think Tyler Boyer is evil? Yes. 236 votes. We're going to now put in the poll, do you think Andrew Colvett is evil?
Yo, that's a snap yes.
Let's see if it gets, we got 90% on Boyer. All right. Let's see what we got. Cast your votes, ladies and gentlemen. So on the PVD show, which we're going to show you, if you look, I'm going to show you that. I'm going to also show you. So this is what Andrew Colvett is responding to. So I think in context, it's better to just watch the video, which I have queued up right here. So let me go to this section here. All right.
He looks serious. Kind of looks like Sean Ryan there.
Is my mission.
I appoint my wife to
video. Play this Kirk saying if after seeing loving it for the right person, I'm happy for everyone. Is it no, not TPUSA, not regime change. Let's go into
Oh, what happened? Sorry.
Resilient. USA had the her summit, okay, connected to TPUSA, and her supposedly stands for honest, empowered, and resilient. That was the word. And you know what? After seeing what I saw, Pat, the H for the honest needs to bounce, because they played a montage promoting this event. And in this montage, they play, and they purposely put it in there, a fake AI video of Charlie Kirk saying, if something happens to me, everything could go to Erika. Can you please play this video?
So Vinny is all in on that, right? Now, I will say in the video of, well, we'll just let it play.
Play this part.
Passion, and now his mission is my mission.
I appoint my wife to run Turning Point USA if something happens to me. Erika would do a great job.
Okay. Are you guys ready for this? That is AI, and that was fake, and they purposely put that in there. And then, Pat, once it came out and the internet did its thing and they found out that it was fake, this is Andrew Colvett, is he the executive producer of the Charlie Kirk show? I don't know where he's at in Turning Point USA. This is them getting caught and then having to play.
He's not even an employee of TPUSA. He's a contractor. Just so everyone knows.
Defense. Play this video.
We decided over the weekend we were going to troll the trolls. There's this video that has become a source of controversy.
Not even controversy, just obsession from bizarre people.
Yeah, just absurd. I don't even talk about it because I think the whole thing is so lame. And if
they
you're
demand
online,
overwhelming proof for the idea that Charlie loved his wife and would want his wife to carry on his mission.
Yeah. Well, it's something he told all of us. We all knew. We didn't talk about it because we thought Charlie was going to be with us for another 50 plus years. Yeah. But like we all knew, the board knew this was the plan. Whatever. He said it one time in front of a camera at a private event with donors in Aspen. So we figured we'd troll the trolls.
Yeah.
And you get a little taste of it here.
The most important relationship in your life is the one that you have with your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. His passion was my passion.
What's AI
and now
been?
his mission is
Ready?
mine.
Hold on. Cut it.
Turning Point USA if something happens to me.
That's fake.
Erika would do a great job.
That's AI.
How do you know that's AI?
They just admitted it.
Is that what they admitted? Let me hear it.
Out there. But then, so we knew that it was going to be like, oh, it's AI or it's fake or whatever this, because that's what they do. They always move the goalpost here. And that's why it's a sucker's game to even play this. But it was really fun to be able to
he is saying it's AI.
Troll the trolls, stuff it in their face, and then
that
watch
in there.
them predictably
That's not
melt
real.
down when the evidence was
guys,
shown.
I don't know if he said it's AI. He's not saying it's AI.
What do you mean? We got caught, Pat. They're saying that they were trolling the trolls.
Humberto, is that what he's saying?
Yes.
Humberto, is that what he's saying?
Yo, but you knew that shit was AI before it even got to the part where he was talking about Erika. The second you hear Erika saying Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, you know it's AI because she never says Jesus Christ. She just says the Lord.
Maybe you're right. I haven't paid attention to that.
Yeah, it's very rare that you hear her talk about Jesus. And think about it. If they're trolling the trolls and they're making a fake video to mock the trolls, and the first sentence is referring to Jesus, then who are they really mocking? They're not just mocking the people that are, like us that are investigating, but they're also mocking Christians.
Yeah.
They're also mocking Christians.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a good look to be trolling the trolls with your dead friend, CEO's dead husband voice, and like, what is the point here? And like, I'm going to continue to play a little bit more of this, but then we'll go back to the post that Travis put up. But yeah, it's just in bad taste, not professional either way. Like, and then to come out and even say any of that is goofy. You know what I mean? It's not right. This company, you can see it in their views. They're struggling, and this is like feeding in, letting your ego suck you in to do something so moronic like this, and then just act as if it's real. Like, I know it's not real. Vinny obviously feels the same.
So do me a favor, go under the tweet and go and check to see if Grok says, somebody probably would have asked the question and say, is what was said there AI? If you can go to it, because I have two positions on this, but I want to come back to it. Okay, so let me come to you.
Yes.
While you guys are doing that, what's your problem with it?
My problem is, Pat, with all the questions and all the controversy and all the lying, why would you do that? Why? What? Because you know what that happens now, Pat? If this is real and you put AI and you're lying on your dead friend's name, then you have no right with all these morons that are muddying all the water, with all these idiots that are acting like this huge conspiracy. Why would you do that now? Because now you open the floodgates, Pat, to everybody to come in now and say, if you lied about this, what else did you lie about? And me personally, I do not believe them. I don't believe the whole, guys, we're trolling the trolls. And we're like, no. What are you even doing? Why would you put it in there? The her event, that's a serious, this wasn't just a, gotcha.
Humberto, ask the question.
I'm not a fan of it. Like, why would you do that?
Let's go.
Yeah, why would you do that, Adam?
May I respond?
Yeah.
And I love you.
No,
this guy.
What's your goal with Turning Point USA? I guess
before you go there, let's go through it. I first want to qualify if that was a specifically expert. was presented as an AI generated or manipulated video?
Grok said it. You know, it told me too, and I actually had it analyze the video frame by frame, and I've made a post explain what it said, why I believed it was AI made, and so this is obviously telling him the same. And I've heard other things like TikTok took it down for AI video and stuff like that. I've heard all kinds of things. So
Does
in
does PBD film his show live, or do they pre-record it and premiere it?
It's live.
It's live.
Yeah, it's live.
Of the organization. Okay, so perfect. So then let's go through it.
So
If
it is AI.
Yes. So
specifically the part where he's talked about.
Yes, and by the way, if you watch the video, the lips don't match the words. It's not that hard to do. If you watch the video, the lips don't match the words. But what I want to know is, okay, so I talked to the estate planner of Charlie and Erika Kirk. This is a man that's a good man that Tom's known for almost 2 decades. Good guy. This is not a bad guy. This is a good guy. Your estate planner, you know what your estate planner knows, Vinny? Like my estate planner knows, as well as Tom, if something were to happen to me, who manages the finances, how much money the kids get, what happens with the leadership team, what happens if something happens to both Jen and I, who raises the kids. The living trust has all of that. So guess who knows? How many people know what's in the living trust? Can you, like in my living trust, how many people actually know?
Less than a handful.
I'm going to say,
you know, it doesn't matter what the living trust says because there's a board of directors. The board of directors decides what happens with the company, not anybody's trust, you know? So this argument holds no water.
Not only that, but number one, like Patrick Bet-David, like trying to put the emphasis, like he's a good guy. He's a good guy. Like we should just take his word for it and ignore all the words that came out of Charlie Kirk's mouth over the last 10 years. Because he made his position very clear when he's going school to school to school and he's having all these debates and making all these arguments. One of the biggest argument is like when you're a woman and you're married and have kids, like the priority should be like, if you want to work, okay, if you need to work, that's different. But if you don't have to work and you have young children, like that should be the priority. That's what's best for the kids. And for most women, it's more fulfilling anyway. Like that has been his message for a decade. Yeah. And what now? Because Patrick Bet-David says that, oh well, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. Trust me, bro. Like fucking Dan Bongino. It's like yeah. We'll just ignore everything that Charlie said over the years.
Yeah, that's a problem. And you're acting like you don't know what Charlie's position was on all this stuff. Not a good look, man. Another, you know, it's just like. But let's hear him out.
Side of your family, there's probably 3. Probably a guy at Goldman, the lawyer you had to do it, me, the executor, and that's it. It's a tight.
I mean, they're just thinking about it as a private company, and then maybe even then there's board of directors. You can't decide that. You know what I mean?
Group. Okay, so now that's 3. So then you either choose to believe Tom when he says that, or you don't. So if you say, I don't believe that it was in the trust, that's your problem.
Yeah.
You can dispute that. But if this is a credible guy that
he knows this, he knows that a board of directors is in play. So to me, this looks like he's trying to make some power move or something so he could stay in their good graces or something.
Said this, and Tom, I think his first.
What's that?
I said not or something. He's
Yeah,
you know, he's shilling
yeah.
for Trump. He's
Yeah.
shilling for Trump and he's shilling for TPUSA.
Yeah, I guess so.
His name is Doug. I don't remember his last name.
That's correct.
What's his last name? If you don't know, just say it. He'll look it up. It's not a big deal, Tom. He was.
Well, I didn't know if you want to say it. It's Doug DeGroat.
No, they know that because they publicly announced that he's one of the board members. And guess what? That's what Charlie.
Hold on. The guy running Charlie's Living Trust is also the board member. That didn't even click for me until just now. Very interesting, bro. Nobody's raised that idea or that consideration. The person who's on the board who has interest in the company is also the one writing and being the external third party for the trust.
They got to do what's good for business, you know.
Well, think about
it. TPUSA
didn't do the right
what's good
thing
for business PBD is all about business. Like, even when he talks about like how the people feel, he never says, "Oh yeah, no, we listen to the people, we listen to the fans, we listen to the followers." No, he gets all like technical. He's like, "Well, we have to pay attention to the market, see what the market says. If the market is telling you, how are you going to respond?" Well, like we're not even humans. It's like we're not even human beings.
Just number ones and zeros, baby. Ones and zeros. I'm gonna read a couple of these. What's up, Mountain Star? We are all chosen. God bless. Thank you for the super chat. Wolfpack 4.99. There's a pic posted recently of all the juice boxes working in the White House, and they covered the entire steps out front. Insane. I thought I did hear something like that. I haven't seen it. Let me see. How would I even type that in without getting flagged as an extremist? White House steps, Jews. I guess. I don't know. I'll do it. Do it for the team, bro. It's for the team. Oh yeah. I remember this picture. Okay, I remember this picture. Yeah, right here. Jewish JNS.org. Let me see. Yeah, here we go. Let me pull this up over here. Here we
They seem
go.
like nice people, though. Look at them; they're all smiling. It's all women.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's all women, huh? Yep.
That's really
Man.
impressive that they all made it to the White House. You know, especially when you consider the percentage of the population. You know how all those demographics work out.
Yeah.
I wonder how they did it.
You know,
See, kids, that's what hard work will get you.
it's what hard work and a lot of money. Mountain Stars studying stage reality TV productions. Burnett. Yes, Burnett, Angel Studios, Waterstone, you name it. They're all involved. Mad, what's up? Gifting memberships. Making it rain. Jay Reed. 1999. Thank you for the super chat, Jay. You know what I think, says Jay Reed, they were testing the waters to see what the masses would believe. And when it came out that everybody in unison thought it was AI, then now they're trolling the trolls. This is super demonic. Well said. Yeah, I mean, that's obviously what it looks like to me as well. You got caught in the lies. People said it was AI, just like that. Why would you even plant that seed and bring that doubt if it wasn't AI? If there was, like, we haven't said that about any other Charlie clip. You know what I mean? Why say that about this one? Because you know what it is. You know it's AI. Why even go there? They have never said that about any other clip from Charlie, hands down. And then this one, the most important one, the one that they should have played at the memorial, the one that they should have played at
that's what I said. That if that was the case, if there really was footage out there of Charlie Kirk saying that he wanted Erika to take over TPUSA, we would have seen it. They would have played it at AmFest. 100%. They would have played it at AmFest. Because when AmFest happened, that was when the Erika Kirk backlash really started kicking in. And they had a whole montage that they opened with. Anybody paying
100%.
attention? Anybody remember this? That would have been the time to do it. But they didn't.
100%.
Because it doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist. All right. So let me pull up something. I'm going to play a couple more of these supers, I think, and then I'm going to go to somebody mentioned some. Jesse made an interesting video not too long ago, today, I think. Let me find it. Talking about the last post or video post that Charlie made, signaling something from the card game.
Oh, yeah. Enough is enough.
Yeah, enough is
enough. That card
enough.
game's been referenced so much over the years, too. But now with this, it's just wild.
Yeah, it's super interesting. Let me see. Enough is enough. Let us know in the chat. Have you seen Enough is Enough of Charlie Kirk? I gotta find it here. Where's Jesse's page? Here it is.
And Candace sat on that video for months.
Yeah, and she sat on that video for months, which is epic. Waiting, sitting on it, probably not knowing what to do with it, to be honest with you. Him saying he's a good guy tells us we're looking at bad guys. That's interesting. Jessica received mail today, support families, and a couple of days ago from Erika Kirk wanting money. Interesting. You're getting hit up by the zoologist lobby, Jessica. Watch out. Leave your phone at home. Jenny Huffman, $9.99, the financial planner, can't just tell PBD what is in the trust, can he? If he or she is a lawyer, that feels like it would be a breach in confidentiality. Yeah, he's not saying, I don't think he's saying that PBD is, I don't think he's saying that he talked to Doug DeGroote about specifically what's in the trust regarding this situation.
Yeah, he said if he says it, believe it.
Yeah, he just knows that Doug DeGroote is the guy that runs the trust. That's how I understood it, at least.
Yeah, and he's a good guy. If Patrick Bet-David says it, why wouldn't you believe it? I mean, he hangs out with Adam Sosnick, so it's like, you know, he's a great judge of character.
Yeah, I don't know about all that, but I think that PBD's changed over the years for sure. All right. This one's from Jesse.
All right. Let's do this, you guys. So it is rare that I find a new account that I become such an immediate fan of than I did this swaggy laggy golf daddy Instagram that I found today, because someone sent me this video, which is so right up my alley that I couldn't possibly exaggerate. First of all, she has a great golf swing, but she's going to point out something very bizarre about Charlie Kirk's last post that he made on September 9th. And you'll see exactly why this is important for us to address. And then also there's a bunch of other stuff that we're going to look at related to, you know, Charlie Kirk's legacy and the remaining organization that he's left, in some very strange things that they've done lately. But check this out.
Video was titled "Enough is Enough." It was posted on.
She's talking about Charlie Kirk's last video, as opposed, literally that's the first 4 seconds, is Charlie Kirk's last video that he posted is titled "Enough is Enough," and it was posted on September 9th. Okay. Now we're all caught up.
September 9th, and it's actually a video of Trump. But why does this even matter? Well, there's this game that came out in the 90s called the Illuminati New World Order. And one of the cards in it is a picture of a man who does look like Trump, I will say. But the point is that the card is titled "Enough is Enough." And the first thing it says on the card is, at any place, at any time, our snipers can drop you. That card game has predicted a lot, but that one, that's a little weird. That's really weird to me. Anyways, this is my driver. Our snipers can drop you. Is that a threat? I think that's a threat. And that's Charlie's last video. And it's Trump. I'm going to post the card so you can see.
I mean, it does look exactly like him. And then watch her swing.
Whoosh.
That's money right there.
Yeah. So very interesting. The card games come up in American history many times. And I think that even the CIA or the FBI, the maker of the card game, actually, I think Jesse actually talks about it. Here, let me show you. This is actually a pretty good video he did. Let me see here.
That strapping. Okay. You have subscribed, liked the video, and then told your friends, oh my God, he's so cool. All right. So check this out. Now we are about to go back to that strapping young lady's Instagram, because I just did like a whole tour of these cards, and we're coming back to that. But I decided that I wanted to show you guys more of her reels first, because she has some incredible ones. But this is going to be at the end, this section right here. But I wanted to show you first, though, just real quick, $118 for the specific card that Charlie Kirk or someone used to indicate that he was going to get sniper killed the next day. Or maybe total coincidence.
Do you think that this has anything, like, is there any weight here? What do you think?
Well,
it's kind of strange now.
Let's get pictures and read some of the other cards.
What do you mean? Oh, I'm just talking about Charlie, and specifically with this one, the "Enough is Enough."
Well, that's
Do you
what
think
I'm saying.
that he's posting that because of the card? Like, that seems like kind of a stretch, no? But it's very ironic.
Well, that's why you got to look at the other cards and then see if anything else matches up.
Well, other cards do match up, but what would that have to do with Charlie?
What do you mean?
What would other cards have to do with it? I'm talking specifically about this card.
Well, if it's a timeline and it's a series of events that are planned out over the course of time, that's going to lead to some sort of great reset, and that this is their way of telling us, because a lot of the people that follow all these occultists and like the way that they operate, it's that, you know, they play by a certain set of rules where they don't just force things upon people. They're supposed to tell them, they're supposed to give hints, they're supposed to get people to conform.
Yeah. Yeah, I find this stuff very interesting. I like researching and learning about this stuff.
Charlie titles his last video, "Enough is Enough," and then snipers will get you right there. Or, wait a minute.
So it says at any time, at any place, our snipers can drop you. Have a nice day. Wow. It sounds like something that Trump would say. Have a nice day. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Play this card on your own turn before drawing any plots. You may remove blah, blah, blah.
But also, in all fairness, too, like this angry face, like you could find pictures of a couple of people that could be making a similar face that you could say that it looks like. Like, I think that this could pass for Joe Biden, too. If Charlie Kirk would have gotten assassinated and Joe Biden was president, I think we'd be having the same conversation.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that. I mean, it could be, that might be the reason why they have that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be objective here. Like, I can see how it passes for Trump. It does look like Trump, but like that type of face that, you know what I mean? Like, it could pass for other people too. It's not like we got the hair, you know. If it had the Trump hair, then it's like, all right, I'm sold.
Yeah. All right, I forgot to show you what Travis Nahilo posted. So he posted that video of Vinny and PBD.
You put AI and you're lying on your dead friend's name.
So, Vinny, what is going on with the TPUSA story?
In this montage, they play, and they purposely put it in there, a fake AI video.
So because PBD found it on Grok,
saying that they were trolling the trolls.
Humberto, is that what he's saying?
So then Andrew Colvett posted underneath, the video is real, not AI. Correct the record for your audience. Readers context. The video's poster clarified that it is an AI video. Wow. He got community noted.
That's great.
What?
That's great.
Oh, look at Project Constitution.
Yo, the first one there. Yo. Yeah.
Bro, how crazy is that? Is that even Grok is telling you, like, brutal, bro. Can't stop, won't stop. They need to all go home.
I wish Dan Bongino would make a video trying to dispute Grok. It's like, trust me, bro. You gonna listen to AI? You know what I mean?
I mean, I can just look at it myself, you know what I mean? And just, I mean, I see it myself. I don't need anybody to tell me it's AI. I already knew. You know what I mean? When I saw it, let me show you the face that I saw, like how I felt inside when I saw the video for the first time. That's how I felt. I was like, this is obviously AI, bro. Obviously.
That's great.
So
I was live.
I'm not buying it.
Shout out to Alley Top Files. I was live doing a live ripping apart Paramount Tactical, and Alley Top Files messaged me. She was screen recording, and she got the video of Erika Kirk on stage with people yelling that she was a pedo protector.
Jeez.
And then I watched it live. I'm like, this is great. It was like right at the tail end of my live too.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on there. You know, why do you think they're saying that? You think that they're all in on the Romanian Angels thing, or that she's just backing Trump, or like what do you? They say protectors, so I feel like it has to do with the files, right? Not saying anything about the files.
I mean, listen, there's a couple of ways that you could look at it. Like, yeah, I mean, there have been allegations and people talking about the whole Romania thing, but just the fact that they're not raising any awareness with the files and all those other allegations, I think that anybody with that size of a platform that's not speaking out about that, or are working with people that were in those files and supporting them, then in some capacity they are protecting pedos.
So Barron sent me something. I want to show you guys. So basically, Barron sent it to me. I want to give him full credit. I'm not trying to take, because he's not on today, but he might find more information. I went and I found the place that he posted, all right, or that he gave me. So the complex, like the corporate center where Turning Point USA is actually located. All right, I'm going to open up Google Maps here. So this is the corporate center here. If we go to like Turning Point USA, you can see it's right here, right? It's on. So this is the main building, and then this whole complex behind it is like the town center, right? Is this the working town center? Turning Point buildings are all back here, and then to get in, there's one area in here to get into like the front corporate center. I don't know if the property is all one property, but what's interesting is the name of the property. It's called Clock Tower Corporate Center, like Clock Tower X LLC. And if you go out here, you can see the sign right here. It says Clock Tower.
So creepy.
Clock Tower Corporate Center. And then if we go to Turning Point, like Turning Point, whatever, they're right here. All right, so it's just right down this little entrance here, and then to the right, and then right down here. So very interesting, tying Clock Tower X. I looked into the ownership of the land of this. It's a Swedish investment firm. I don't see a connection to Clock Tower X LLC, but I do find it very, very interesting. I thought I'd share that. Hopefully,
Did you see
Baron
that
has
clip
more.
from what's her name? Is it Lee Files or Leah Files?
Leah Files, which one?
She came out with one yesterday. She said that she did some deep research into TPUSA and did an audit and found that they have some sort of like endowment that I think what I got out of it was that they basically have a shell corporation that they're buying property from and using it for write-offs.
Is it
Yeah,
this
is
one?
the video. Yeah, you can play it. It's like 7 minutes long, but it's good.
People in TPUSA are on one lately, and they're just trying to discredit anybody who questions their narrative, the BS narrative about Charlie Kirk's assassination. Like I don't buy it for 1 second, no part of it. And your behavior since that day and every day after has just reinforced the fact that you're part of the cover-up. That's what your behavior looks like. Anyway, they continuously say that the money rumors aren't true. And as a follow the money person, I'm like, there's no rumors when it comes to.
I mean, I've looked into all that stuff. Like she's gone deeper for longer, but from what I've seen and the videos that I've made, it does not look good. It does not look good. Not from my perspective. I've shown self-dealing from multiple different people allegedly.
If you're in Turning Point USA, it's looking great. Christmas coming early.
You're talking about hiring new people and then having like seeing that they're starting a company, and then they're in the gifts location, like raising money, and then you're seeing Stacey Sheridan paying herself out of these donations into her own companies. Tyler Boyer and Superfeed Technologies being compensated by Tyler Boyer's time, which is a quid pro quo.
Well, she's saying that right before Charlie died, they bought a multi-million-dollar property.
Okay, let me hear this.
To money. So, okay, bet. I'm going to expose it, every single entity, because you want to know what? You are doing things that will lose your 501c3 status, your tax exempt status. And if that happens, you're done. You're done. So let's go. We're going to start with the endowment, one of the shadiest ones there is.
Turning Point Endowment. America's Turning Point Endowment.
The deep dive article is on Substack for you all with proof, sources, everything. So you can go head over there. It's free to check out. That link is in my bio. But let's do a video. Turning Point has like 6 entities, something like that. It's a lot. It's insane, actually. And all it does is allow them to move money and water down any sort of forensic accounting. They did try to hide this. But I'm good at what I do. And I have found what you guys are doing with this endowment. All right, Turning Point Endowment has 0 employees, guys. 0. They have no websites and they support no programs. But you know what they do have? They have $69.9 million. And that's just as of their 990 filing in 2024. I traced every dollar that went in and every dollar that went out. And this right here is the shadiest of them all. Wow. 2017, they get their money from Turning Point USA. 2019, Turning Point USA 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. All of their money comes in through Turning Point USA, which means that if you've donated to TPUSA, more than likely your money is sitting in what I'm about to talk about. 0 outside donors have given to the endowment. It has all been through TPUSA grants. In fact, TPUSA claimed giving money to the endowment as one of their mission-oriented accomplishments for the year. I'm sorry, that's not an accomplishment. You're moving money into a war chest. An endowment exists so that if TPUSA has a bad year, they can move money in. And we're going to get to that because they did have a bad year. But they call this on TPUSA's 990 a charitable accomplishment. The same category that they're spending on their campus events, that's what they consider transferring money into this savings account. But this savings account, when I dug, and they tried to hide this, it owns real estate, specifically 4930 East Beverly Road. That's Turning Point Action's address too.
Oh, interestingly enough, what did she say it was? 4930. Hold on, where did I lost it? Hold on, let me go back. 4930. Okay, so check this out. So back where that clock tower is, Clock Tower Corporate Center. So then that's right there. And then 4930 East Beverly Road is right there. Same place, right? So just where we were looking at. That's what she's referring to.
The East Beverly Road. That's Turning Point Action's address too. The political arm, they own 4940 Beverly Road. That's Turning Point USA's address.
Now 4940, I think, is right next door.
Isn't it interesting? Isn't it interesting? She's saying that it's also TPUSA Action's address. And in that audio that we played from Project Constitution, he was saying that they think that TPUSA Action is some sort of shell corporation.
Well, she's not. I don't think she's referring to that. The endowment is a separate company, but Turning Point Action is here. Turning Point USA is here.
What I'm saying is that in Tyler Boyer's mind, when he's thinking about shell corporations, he's thinking about TPUSA Action, which is right near the building.
In the building.
It is in the building.
Yeah.
Okay, that's just a little signal,
How?
A little pattern recognition. Well, because hypothetically speaking, if there is a shell corporation and it is in the building, then that could be what triggered him to name TPUSA Action specifically.
You're saying he's just like
he could have said something else. That's all I'm saying. They have multiple organizations. They have TPUSA Action. They have TPUSA Faith. They have Blexit. I'm sure they have a couple other things.
Yeah, I mean, unless somebody recently told him that somebody's saying that about Turning Point Action, maybe.
Yeah, but we didn't hear about it. If that was going around, we would have known.
No, no, you're true.
And the address on their letterhead is 4950, which is right.
And then 4950. So 4930, 49. Oh, here. So 4930 is here on the left. 4950, 40 is there. 30, 40, and then let's go 50 is back here. So 1, 2, 3. I guess maybe there's 6. They're all right here, maybe. And then clock towers. Fucking so crazy.
One of those buildings could be a most odd operation, if you know what I mean.
Maybe. Very odd.
So Turning Point USA deeded its own building to the endowment and called it a charitable contribution.
Oh, wow.
And in 2021, it bought in cash the political arms real estate. Do you want to know what can't be done? Oh, that. The mystery donor is themselves. And again, I only found this through the deed filings. If you want to see the proof, you can go to Substack. Okay, so all that happens. Now let's look at the rent math, because this one was fun too. I audited their expense statements line by line. The entire charitable program donation that was given to the endowment from Turning Point for 3 straight years was for occupancy and depreciation, the upkeep of their own buildings. That's it. That's it. That's what they consider charitable contribution. That matched dollar for dollar the money going out of TPUSA to this and the amount coming in. They just didn't think anyone would look. And by the way, the endowment hasn't had an independent audit. It's not in their 990s. They have to check a box. It says, have you had an independent auditor look at this? It's always no for them. TPUSA was only no in 2024. Endowment's always been no. Shady, shady kids. 4 years of building costs, $949,000. The rent that they collected back was $232,000. So $700 and some odd $1,000 went to leasing that building to themselves and the political arm. Charitable money subsidizing politics is the exact thing that the tax code says cannot happen. And on the rent line, they list rent as 0. You know, it's penalty of perjury for whoever signs these forms if they're lying. August 1, 2025. August 1,
So basically what she's saying is they are receiving money through donors, passing it from Turning Point USA to Turning Point Endowment, using that money as a charitable contribution to maintain the property, pay the rent, and then claim that they were not paying any rent or receiving any rent money for that property.
25. 40 days before Charlie Kirk is assassinated and 30 days before he asked for a Doge-like assessment. Well, on August 1, 2025, they buy a third building for $3.85 million. I'm not saying they're connected. I'm just saying that the correlation is there, that they purchased a $3.85 million building that will not show up on their 990s until 2027, a month before Charlie Kirk was assassinated. I only found this because when I was searching for the other buildings, when I was like, this looks like real estate, let me find out, and went to trace what they've been purchasing, that's how I found the purchase. They really did a good job hiding this. I'm not gonna lie. Like, someone got smart. They're just not as smart as I am. You guys know that? Their spokesman said, we are audited every year, but that is a lie because their 2024 file says they were not audited. And the endowment has never been audited. $70 million vault has never been audited. That's purchasing up real estate, getting money from a charitable organization, and doesn't actually have a mission. Here's the other thing that bothered me about this. The thing that got me even looking so deep into this, it took me weeks, guys. It took me a few weeks to dig this deep into it.
Smash the like button if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button. We got 825 watching over here on YouTube. On Danks, we got 160 over there on Bayes. Come on, let's get those likes up for us. We appreciate it.
In 2023, Turning Point USA had a big deficit. 41% of their assets were down. Like, it was negative. And the endowment exists to send money to support the mission of the charitable organization. And they were down millions. And do you want to know how much the endowment sent over? $500K. Do you know what it did with some 9 million? It put it into private equity. And by the way, they can't exit that 9 million of private equity funds that they put in 10 years. The fund names that it went to, they're secret. The fund managers, they're secret. And over 4 years, it paid $565,000 in investment fees to someone whose name isn't on any of the other forms. March 2025, 6 months before Charlie Kirk was assassinated, which March 2025 to me is a very important month. I think that is when, not the plan went down, but I think that is when a plan started. 3 of the Turning Point entities filed within a 72-hour period. Buried inside of that, the vault that was 3 people for this endowment became 5. New names, Justin Olson, who's the CFO, who for years was also the Arizona State Corporate Commissioner. Agency that receives their filings, that was him. And Frank Carney, who's a ghost. He has filings in over 20 states. Like, this endowment, in my opinion, exists to hide money from the charitable organization. Go take a look at the write-up on Substack. Again, it's free. There is just so much.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I'd have to go check that out. But yeah, good work. If she's putting it out, man, how am I not following her back? I thought I was. Yeah, no, putting out good work. If she's putting it out, it's serious. So follow Leah Files. She's been diving in much deeper onto those finances. Running this poll here, do you think Andrew Colvett is evil? I'm going to cash that in right now. What's yours saying? Do you have it?
92%.
Ooh, mine is. Do Do you think Andrew Colvett is evil? Poll on the Danksters channel. 96%. We have 50 more votes than the last one. So 96% voted that 91% Tyler Boyer is evil. 236 votes. More now. This is 70 something more votes. And 96% saying Andrew Colvett is evil. So it is likely that people think he's evil. They're evil. Hello, VM, EK, AK, and Snuff, says the cheese, the widow. Did you guys see the widow from Barron? Everyone's been talking about the widow.
No.
You haven't seen the clip?
No. Wait.
Let me see if I can. I have a clip. Give me a second. Let me see if I can find anybody that. Let me see.
Oh. The Knicks 1-4. They are the champions.
The Knicks?
Yeah, the Knicks won the championship, 94-90.
Very interesting. Very good. Congratulations.
Big parties in Manhattan right now.
Congratulations. I have let me see if I can. There's a clip here. Give me 1 second. I have a clip that I was gonna edit and work on. Let me see if I can find it.
I shout out to American Discourse News again. I just got a text from her. This is a pretty interesting text. She goes, "Did y'all talk yet about apparently Erika Kirk at a dinner with Tucker Carlson was more anti-Israel than Charlie, LOL. Candace just covered this yesterday. I came in like 20 minutes late."
What is it exactly? What's the short version?
Saying that basically there's I didn't watch Candace yesterday, so I don't know, but she's saying that yesterday Candace covered that Charlie and Erika were at a dinner with Tucker Carlson and that Erika Kirk was talking a lot of crap about Israel.
Oh shit.
Maybe not talking a lot of crap. It says more anti-Israel than Charlie.
Interesting. That's interesting. This is I think this is where Barron he goes off about the widow.
Imagine a scenario where that would ever cross my mind. It would
this is a really good
boost
clip.
Together because you forgive that person. That's like a Christian forgave me. We all get better together. Can you imagine forgiving someone, recording it, and then boosting that on social media? I cannot for the life of me imagine a scenario where that would ever cross my mind. It would never cross my mind to do that. It's disgusting. That young man, I forgive him. Oh, clip that. We got to boost it. Put $2,000 on it. Stat. That was beautiful. Everyone's going to fall in love with her. We're going to support the widow. Don't attack the widow. Well, the widow's advertising her forgiveness. It's a little weird if we're being honest. It wasn't just that, though. For example, Erika Kirk gave a brief little speech not too terribly long ago on finding rest in the midst of chaos. They put $30,000.
So yeah, it's just the widow thing, and then all this money that they're spending on advertising on Erika Kirk. In the last 90 days, they spent about $1 million, and they've only spent about $5 million, I think it was, in their existence on Facebook.
That's
and
wild.
They're not getting any turnouts and stuff like that, so it's pretty brutal on their end. Imagine your company is just you're trying everything you can, you're spending every ad dollar on everything. But the worst part is that they spent ad money on stuff like of her, all kinds of random things. Let me see here. Let me go back to that clip.
Just take a broader look.
Let me see here.
Clark, of course, most famous for marrying a very straight man.
So you can see how much they've actually spent here. So they spent, where is it? I think it's right here. $424,000 Turning Point PAC, Turning Point Events, $307,000, Turning Point USA, $246,000, Daily Wire, $197,000, Turning Point Action, $145,000. So they're spending buku dollars. I think this is a 90-day period. On all kinds of different random ad spend. It's a really great episode, that episode that he did.
Thanks. I got the Candace clip if you want to pull me up.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, hold on. Sorry.
This July 14th date. Erika travels aboard a private flight to Long Beach, California. She's got Catherine Locastro. It's a young woman who works Turning Point USA, was at one point Mikey McCoy's assistant. Derek Kirk, who's a bodyguard. Jonathan Barcelo, who is a Marine. And she speaks at James Caddis's Calvary Chapel Church. Now, James Caddis is that icky guy who is Egyptian and runs Turning Point USA Faith. We need to look into James Caddis. I've received so many emails about him, radically pro-Israel. She speaks at their Women's Summer of Psalm retreat. And there was something bothering me about this speech. Forever, I keep being like, this speech is really weird because she says in the speech that this was her Sunday church. Okay, we know Erika bounces. Sometimes she's Catholic. Sometimes she's, Jewish. Sometimes she's Judeo-Christian, and this day is Calvary Chapel. Okay. But it was bizarre to me because when James Caddis tees up the speech, he goes on about like pro-Israel. And I was like, there's something really bothering me about this on the timeline. The first and foremost, I realized Erika didn't show up to SAS, which was unusual. Then she gets in a plane. She knows her husband is being aggrieved. She knows her husband is under pressure from Israel. She knows her husband is losing millions from Israel. And yet she gets on stage, she gets this pro-Israel intro from James Caddis and then talks about, how there's always war in Israel because Israel is great or whatever, and says that this speech is sort of a call to arms, and she's putting it in the context of women and dating and whatever. I'll let you take a little listen to this portion of her speech.
And interestingly enough, in the history of Israel, as many of you guys know, because I know you guys go to a biblically based church, so you understand this, that the record of Israel is that there is constant invasion and warfare in the promised land. Because of this, the land rarely has a chance to flourish uninterrupted. And every so often when a king rises up, they unify their people, they fend off the enemies, and for a brief moment, the people can finally enjoy peace. And it's not the peace that their military brings. It's the only type of peace that God can grant, true peace, where there's lasting prosperity and the people can flourish. And so the theme of Psalm 144 is this: praise and prayer to God because of who he is, not just what he gives. So again, this psalm it's a battle song. It's a call to arms, but it's also a call to trust, and it's a call to worship, and it's a call to prepare.
Okay. Call to arms, call to worship, call to trust, call to understand that there's conflict in Israel at all times. And this is like, post-genocide, so I don't love that. But there was still something that was gnawing at me beyond the fact that, like I said, James Caddis is this like Egyptian pastor that's like radically pro-Israel that she does a lot of work with. And he's very involved in Turning Point USA. This is literally his PragerU video. I'm an Egyptian pastor who supports Israel. And finally, it dawned on me. Okay. I'm going to explain it to you. Next up on our timeline. So she gives this speech, irrespective of what her husband's literally going through at this exact same time. Donors pulling out, yelling at him as soon as he gets off stage. He's telling Tucker to go Max. Anyways, the president of the United States is calling him. This is his wife. She knows this is all going on. Okay. If anybody's beefing with my husband, I'm the enemy. Like I'm like with my husband 100%. There's no halfway with that. I'm not going to say something cute to you. I'm going to be like off the Israel train immediately. Right after this, on July 18th, that's when the request goes in for UVU. We still don't know who submitted that request. I told you it has literally never happened that you instantly get a spot, the first spot of a semester tour. There's such a long waiting list to have Charlie go speak at their schools, but they suddenly made one. It's this July 20th thing that it suddenly dawned on me. What was bothering me about Erika being introduced pro-Israel and being pro-Israel on stage in the midst of everything Charlie was going through. July 20th-ish, Charlie vacationed in Maine for a couple of weeks. Okay, so let's just say from July 20th to July 30th, he went off radar. And this is when Mikey McCoy and Elizabeth McCoy joined them for the first time on vacation. And they capture all these images that we're then going to see as soon as Charlie's assassinated, these images of him walking with Erika, like, just kind of, oh, this is a happy couple. And then right after, in the midst of this, the same 2 weeks, YRefi comes in as the #1 sponsor for Charlie Kirk's fall tour. This is a total Israel coded company. It was weird because they had already signed a contract from January through December for all their events, but now they doubled down. What catalyzed that like sudden addendum to their contract? Like, yes, we want more. We're going to come in for this speaking tour that you're now going to do. And the first one's going to be at UVU, and me, the CEO, is going to travel with you at this event. Okay, that seems a bit weird. And then it dawned on me, I totally forgot something. Okay. And I'm just going to have to ask Tucker for forgiveness for sharing this, because I knew that there was something bothering me about this Maine vacation. I had a baby, and I think I blacked out after Charlie's assassination and didn't remember that I went up to Maine too. I went up to Maine with my husband in July. Okay. My son was born on May 1st. We were off air. And then the first thing I did was I went with my newborn.
What's she trying to say here?
My husband up to Maine to do Tucker's show. And I did an interview, and I genuinely forgot about this. Like I genuinely forgot about this. And we went in on the topic of Israel. I'm just going to show you a little 10-second clip here so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about.
Since the 80s, Jeffrey Epstein has been working for Israel. I don't know how I know that, and Trump and Pam Bondi don't, but they got to bring me in. Like I might have some evidence here, right? It's like, so we're getting to a point now.
You're going to have tough confirmation hearings.
I just want them to say F you. Like seriously, that would feel better at this point if they just came out and said, F you, nana boo boo, you can't touch us. We rule over you. Ha ha. That would feel at least authentic. Going back to the Taylor Lorenz thing, I'd be like, I really don't like that, but at least it's authentic, and I know you mean it, and it's true.
All totally fair.
Yeah.
Does any of to the extent that we can project forward and guess, does any of this come out? To a greater extent than it has? Is there ever like a public resolution of this story?
No, because Israel's controlling our government. So no, the answer is no. Trump is powerless against him. I don't think we've been a sovereign nation since they shot JFK. And when I say they, it's like people online say, what do you mean by they? I'm talking about Israel. I don't want you guys to read it between. I'm talking about Israel. So let's stop making that a taboo subject, because they've gone mask down. Everything they're doing is demonic. I want nothing to do with it. I will never support Israel into the future after what they've done to these children. The starvation campaign. I don't care.
I promise you, I forgot that. I forgot that I had this. I forgot that I went up to Maine until I was looking at this Erika speech, and I was like, I know what is bothering me about this speech. What's bothering me about the speech is that when I got off air with Tucker, obviously you just have chatter, just chatter in the air, about everything you just discussed and what's happening and everything we said there. We're talking about Epstein. And Tucker said to me, and I'm obviously, I'm not going to get this verbatim, but he was like, yeah, he talked about his SAS speech, and he just said they're taking money from Charlie because of this whole speech. And I was like, yeah, Charlie's kind of coming over to our side. He's really had an awakening about this. It's crazy that I forgot this, but it's the second part of what he said to me. He said, I just had dinner with him and Erika. They were just here. I think he said last night. I kid you not. They were just there in Maine having dinner with Tucker. I remember this. I am 1000% certain. Days within me, it was Charlie was there and then I was there. And he had dinner with Erika, and he said something, which is the reason why I was happy when they announced that Erika was going to be CEO, because before we could have ever known that Charlie was going to be assassinated, as we were sitting here in Maine talking about Israel and Epstein and what the pressure that Charlie was under, Tucker was like, I absolutely love Erika. He said this publicly 1,000 times, so I'm not revealing anything here. And he was like, she is hardcore on the anti-Israel train. And that he had gone in on dinner about everything, and that, this is who Erika was. And I was like, oh, wow. I actually never got to spend that kind of time with her. I know Charlie's coming to the other side, but I never really speak to Erika like that. And they had this dinner in the midst of all of this SAS stuff. And I happened to be in Maine. And when I look at that and I plot that on the timeline, it convinces me that Erika is a psychopath. Genuinely convinces me that Erika is a psychopath. Please, Tucker, forgive me. I had to share that. I know you like her. I know you're a fan of Erika. I know we have different opinions and different perspectives. But this doesn't make sense. This does not make sense.
Why would Tucker like Erika?
Well, I mean, if she's on the same conversation points as he is,
No,
then yeah.
past tense. I understand if Tucker liked Erika in the past, but in June of 2026, what the hell has Erika Kirk done that would make or said that would make Tucker Carlson still like her?
I don't know if he said that he still likes her or not. Has he said that?
No, I'm not saying that. Oh, I mean, not recently, but he said in interviews since Charlie died that he kind of avoided the topic, and he says, "I know Erika, I like Erika."
Yeah, I mean, I've noticed that he's been avoiding the topic in general. So obviously, he either just doesn't want to say, he's not sure, you know what I mean? But it's very clear that Erika's got something going on, and the reason why Candace is saying she's a psychopath is because around the same timeline that she's basically like defending that country, she's trashing it apparently, allegedly, with her husband Charlie and with Tucker. So it's like you're getting just two-faced in every direction. I mean, what's true with this lady? What's true? You know, I just don't believe anything that she says. And the terrible, terrible PR by Andrew Colvett is just making it worse. Yeah, it's irreversible. Like with public sentiment, social media sentiment, online sentiment, Turning Point USA is worse than Daily Wire right now.
I know when you talk about Tyler Boyer and his polls saying that only 5% of the people care about the issue, it's like, who is he polling? The TPUSA office? The people that lined up to look at Erika's shiny new toy from Trump? You know what I mean?
I mean, he kind of told when he told me that, it's like, you know, and I even kind of pushed back. He's like, well, kind of bringing like echo chamber into it and stuff like that. And it's like, maybe, but you can't tell me that. And I'm in an echo chamber when you've got 6 million subs and you're getting 2,000 views on your videos and you're paying $1 million over 90 days in ad spend on Facebook. You know what I mean? Unless you're getting these crazy, you're not getting those crazy views on Spotify, on Salem Media. Like you're just not getting those views either way, anywhere. So the fact that only 5% of people care about the destruction of Turning Point USA is just a bold-faced bullshit. You know what I mean? It's garbage. I mean, I can see. I mean, yeah, I don't see how that's possible. So yeah.
That story's pretty wild, though.
Which one? Oh yeah.
Saying that Erika was trashing Israel at the dinner.
Have you seen this clip? Let me show you this. Check this out. Have you seen this one?
No.
All right. So it says Blake Neff says no. Maybe he's just trolling. So this was today.
The Kennedy assassination is it always gets too weird. Like they can never just fixate on the stuff that's actually weird, like with the known things. So okay, why is Oswald, this guy, like popping off, and then why is he murdered right after? That's clearly the absolutely extreme, insane thing with the Kennedy assassination, is that the guy who shot him was immediately murdered by a guy. But everyone has to come up with like this grassy knoll stuff. Oh, there was a second shooter. Oswald was just a patsy. No, guys, like clearly this guy shot Kennedy and then someone else had him taken out. And that's extremely strange and points towards someone knowing something. That said, most CIA conspiracies don't do it for me because the CIA, if you know anything in their history, is basically stupid and incompetent, and they screw everything up. And all public records of the CIA are just them perpetually being huge idiots and goofing things up. And they're also weird paranoiacs, like they think they're getting shot at by Russian laser beams that make them sick right now, and they're probably just drinking too much.
What is he talking about, bro? Like what? So he's talking about I mean, obviously I know what he's talking about, but it's so he just doesn't feed into the JFK assassination conspiracy theory. He thinks that it's all just what, you know? It's just kind of crazy, bro. The guy is just a big mess. I don't know. You can have your beliefs though. You know, it's all good. You have your beliefs.
Yeah, and Blake Neff's got some beliefs, all right.
There's
why'd he get fired again from Fox News?
Oh, because he was being racially, sexually disgusting, I think. So there's a post
Racially and
here.
Sexually disgusting.
Yeah,
That's
what
nice for the resume.
for the team.
Legal theory and all this kind of jazz. Now, my friend, the biggest question of them all. Are they going to call Erika Kirk?
Yes.
And how do you handle that cross-examination, sir?
Delicately. Very delicately. I may or may not even ask a question.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tell me why you would, and I'll tell you why I would. I would not.
Well, the worst thing you do with cross-examination is the worst thing you can do is aid the other side.
Exactly.
The spouse of the decedent has tremendous capacity to aid the other side if she starts coming off as a sympathetic person. This is a woman that we've watched time and time again walk on stage. You never know what you're going to get. Sometimes she's the mopey, whatever. Sometimes she's up to fireworks. Sometimes it looks like a WWE entrance. But what we know is,
like at the funeral.
She is manipulative. She is calculated, cold. And if she felt like she needed to turn on the tears while you're cross-examining her to make you look like a horrible human being, she's going to.
She'll pull up that magic hanky so fast.
The question on cross-examination.
Bro, it's funny to watch these guys like going at it. Yeah, I gotta watch. I haven't watched this.
She'll pull out the magic hanky.
Yeah, the tearless cries.
Nah, fuck that. I would want her on the stand. I want her on the stand, and I'll tell you why. Because the cell phone, the text messages to Charlie, there's no rational excuse. There's no excuse for her to say on the Glenn Beck show that Charlie was not texting anybody, that he was afraid that he was going to die, the days leading up to him getting assassinated, and that she would know because she has his phone, and then get caught in that lie. And then lie about where the messages were. She tells Candace, like, oh, I didn't check his signal. They were there. And then you find out later, and like, no, they weren't. It was not signal. It was either a text message or an iMessage. There's that has to be on the record. That has to be on the record. It is one of the most important key details in this entire case. If you're the defense, you have, like, even if you think there's a chance that she's going to come off sympathetic, you have to take it. You have to. Because if it's not Tyler Robinson, okay, they could say what they want about avoiding the YouTubers and not bring up Candace and not bring up the conspiracy theories. But the bottom line is, if you're the defense, like, who else are you going to say did it? You know what I mean? Like, and you don't even have to prove that anybody else, you don't even have to prove like who did it. You just have to give enough reasonable doubt that it wasn't Tyler Robinson. And when everybody knows that there have been conspiracy theories swirling around the internet and in regular conversations, like even when I go to church, people talk about this sometimes. Not a lot. I try not to bring it up, but I get asked about it. Like you can't like just pretend that it's not going on. So when you have the grieving widow getting caught on the stand, she either like. The odds that she's going to get caught in a lie if she goes on the stand are so high. And once you get her on the stand lying and you get the whole thing with the text messages on the record and say, oh, well, he was texting people. Who was he texting? Oh, Andrew Colvette, the person that works for you, that's sitting in Charlie's chair. Who else was he texting? Oh, the head of security, the real head of security. Is that the same guy that did this? And then you say, like, did he ever say what that was? Get Dan Flood on the stand. What were you doing? Have you ever done that before? Like, what about that other video? And then you pull up the video of the back in May when Charlie's saying, well, players get call signs, and he looks both ways, starts smiling at the other guys on the security detail and does the same signal. All these things have to go on the record. You have to bring Erika Kirk and get her on the stand. You have to get Brian Hartpole. You have to get Dan Flood. You got to get all these people. It's all got to be on the record.
Yeah, I agree. Check this out. There's another guy.
Well, hold on real quick before we change the
doing
topic. let's do a poll. Should Erika Kirk take the stand?
Oh yeah.
Or should the defense call Erika Kirk
That's
to the
easy.
stand?
Everyone will say yes. I think.
Now I can understand Barron's perspective, especially him with all the years of experience that he has as an attorney. Like, I could see why he thinks it's risky. And maybe if the defense case is strong enough, they might feel like they don't have to. But I don't know, like Erika Kirk, like you never see interviews where she's not getting caught in some kind of bullshit. I feel like it's really important because every word that comes out of her mouth is going to be transcribed and you're going to be able to cross-reference it. If it's me, I put her on the stand every time.
See this guy right here? He's doing this like arm thing. I put a poll up as well. Let me see your vote.
That's a little bit different. He's doing like multiple taps. The Dan Flood one was very direct.
Maybe he's just clapping, but then he touches his neck. Nobody else is clapping.
Yeah, no, it's definitely weird.
Does the arm touch? Jeez, bro. As soon as he does it, he jumps from the shot.
Yeah, it was a second before. A second before.
Man, how crazy is that? It's like that was the signal. It feels like it's so crazy, man. Yeah, and you're right. Erika Kirk should be properly cross-examined. I mean, going at her with all of the things you said, and plus there's so much more, you know, like what about you, these videos of you saying that you never dated and that you were in New York, and then these videos of you being on a reality TV show dating. Why were you or were you not dating? Were you or were you not, you know, drinking? Were you? I mean, the list goes on. What about the last day that you made this post about on Instagram that shows all of these weird cryptic messaging? What about the image of the kids? What about the image of your apparently your mom and that day? But is like, how about where were you the day of the assassination? How come you haven't been accounted for your location? You know, we still don't know where she was at the night before the theater.
What made you call the meeting and fly to Nashville to sit down with Candace Owens for 4.5 hours?
Yeah.
Ask her about that town hall meeting where everything was scripted and say, did you get those questions in advance? Did you do any other interviews that day? Which we know she did. It was September 10th. She did the CBS town hall meeting, and she also did the Fox interview where she's saying, can I have one thing? And she changed outfits, changed hair. I would ask her about that. Why'd you change outfits?
Yeah.
Like, why you're doing 2 interviews in one day and you're coming in with completely different looks, different hair, different outfits, different topics. You know what I mean? It was that coordinated? Was there a plan in place?
Yeah, obviously it looks like it. That's what, to me, it looks like it. You know what I mean?
In this case, every detail matters.
Agreed. I mean, I just don't like, how is the phone not involved? How does anyone have his phone, Charlie's phone, except for the FBI? You know, or
get Andrew Colvett on the stand. Did you tell Candace Owens that it was supposed to be her? Why did you say that?
Did you make up the story about the Superman neck? Why did you do that? You know, get the doctor on the stand. I mean, I hope that they do this and this trial goes that way. And I hope that it's not just
Mikey McCoy. Who were you talking to when Charlie got shot?
Why did the records?
Why did you walk away? Where did you go? Who else did you call?
Yeah.
Did you tell your dad you were covered in blood?
Yeah. Yeah, that would be really good.
Get Rob McCoy on the stand. Why did you lie and tell everybody in your sermon that your son was covered in blood and he was directing people?
I hope that they're watching this content.
The day Charlie was killed, Rob McCoy said, obviously it was a professional hit. Rob McCoy, why did you think it was obvious that it was a professional hit? And what made you change your mind?
Phil Lyman, why were you recording with the student outside and feeding him a script and then sending him inside to go record with Turning Point or with somebody. It was Adam Bartholomew. You know, it's like
Terrell Farnsworth. Why did you take out those SD cards right away? Who
why'd
did
you go
give
and
them
take?
to? Did
Why'd you
somebody
run up
tell
and
you
take,
to do that?
Why'd you run up against the wall and say that he's dead? He's dead.
Rick
God
Cutler,
help him.
why were you smiling over Charlie's body while he was bleeding out?
Bro, we would grill these motherfuckers, bro.
Yo, I wish I was a lawyer. If I was a freaking attorney, forget about it.
I'm gonna read some of these supers. Didi got a podcast. Goes into rigged sports gambling.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Goes into rigged sports gambling. What do you mean?
That sports or rigged in there. They gamble.
Oh, like he did an episode on it.
The FBI actually took down a couple people, and it was
Yeah.
to rigging NBA games.
Yeah, I saw poker. Poker was involved. Mad Max, Ali is sending the Candace clip. Oh, they must have sent it to you. Thank you, Mad Max. Kelly K. Cornog became a YouTube member. Welcome. Moon Goddess, 2 months. Moon Goddess says RBP's Real Baron podcast react to Gary outing his his grok was awesome. Yes, it was epic. Especially right on the heels.
Shout out to Gary from Paramount Tactical. He invited us on his show.
Shout out to Baron. Yeah, he invited us on the show, but I gave him my version of what I would say, like, hey, this is what needs to be done to do it, and he never responded. So wah.
Oh man.
Mad Max says,
what a missed opportunity.
Mad Max says Erika was an anti-Boston before Charlie died. She changed and did a 180. This is what Candace talks about here in a bit. Yeah, we got that. What if Jesse on Fire is right and CK is alive? He has a convincing theory. You don't have to convince me.
Yo,
I was there.
If Charlie Kirk is alive, then we're all in a lot more trouble than we think.
Yeah, I mean,
if he's alive and this was coordinated, then it might have been connected to those cards, and we should be analyzing all of those cards and see how that game ends.
There's a big, I am a believer in that theory. I haven't set it in stone, but I haven't seen anybody show me anything more convincing than that. I haven't seen anything convincing me that he's actually dead. Nothing. Zero. Except for the shot. And that's it. If anyone else can show me anything else, I'm happy to take a look.
I just don't see how. Like, if he's alive and TPUSA is tanking this bad, it would have to be part of the plan. And what are they getting out of it?
Well, maybe they're trying not to all go to prison and get their tax exempt. Like, they maybe just close down, get all the money.
No, because
and go into private.
If Charlie Kirk is alive and it is connected to all the games and everything, then that means that he was a character and that this was planned for a long time.
Yeah.
If Charlie Kirk is alive, this was not like an audible that they're trying to get out of some recent stuff. And if he's alive, believe me, the Democrats would know. And it is a uniparty. He would. There's no situation where Charlie Kirk is staging his death because he's afraid of the Democrats. Like that.
No, it's not that. It's not that. It's something else. Maybe it was all intended to go a certain way, but it just kind of went sideways. Maybe, I don't know. You know what I mean? Thanks for the super chat. Kelly, you can bring in all that information without asking Erika about it directly. You can bring in all of that information without asking about it directly. I'm not sure exactly what you mean. Do you mean what Candace said, maybe? Could be. Love is a 4-letter word. Thank you for the $10 banger. You both have the heart of a lion, sending positive, healing thoughts to Bayes, Danks, and chat. Much respect. Thank you. Very kind of you. Very kind of you. We try to do our best here. We're just looking for truth, man. Chucky says, why would the defense not subpoena Charlie's phone? Your bet is as good as mine. That's the thing. That's what I was just saying.
That's what wait, is that a thing?
I mean, they wouldn't have Erika wouldn't have it. if they weren't subpoenaing it already. They would.
But they
She
could
shouldn't have it
subpoena
at
the
all.
records. She shouldn't have had it at all. But they should be able to subpoena the records. Like we know that like all of our phone calls get recorded, all the text message. Like you could delete what you want. It's still out there. It's still accessible.
I don't know if it's a thing or not. I'd have to check. Thanks for the super chat. PJ here. What about Frank Turek? If his phone was on FaceTime from the truck to the hospital, why wasn't his phone taken into custody? Very good point. He says that he was on video. And if he was indeed recording that very moment, that's extraordinarily important footage that we do need to get our hands on, or that the defense needs to, or somebody needs to see. But Barron thinks that he was not recording anything. Barron thinks that it was just bullshit, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. You know, we've never seen that footage though. I don't think. Actually, Project Constitution might have put out a video that showed that angle, but we're not 100% sure on that. Jay Reed with the $10. If Erika gets on the stand, she's just gonna look at the lawyer like she's confused. Like, am I really here? The girl can't take confrontation. Not one bit. Bro. Erika Kirk protects pedophiles.
No, imagine someone yells that in the courtroom. Oh my God.
Pedophiles. Shit's crazy, bro. Her face when that shit happens is just epic. Leslie Wexner ×2. Loves the 40 letter word. Became a member Saturday mornings. You just missed our live stream. If you didn't come this morning, I do a members only live stream every Saturday morning, Pacific Standard Time, early afternoon on the East Coast. Please come by Saturday. Check out the members only archive we've got. Loving the 2 lives on Saturdays, Danks. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Moon Goddess, $2. Gary Parrott, mouth stickle. He parrots everything. Mouth testicle. He parrots everything. Garrett Paramouth testicle.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man. Kelly, I was saying the defense can bring in all of Erika's lies without cross-examining her directly. Oh, yeah, but you would have to, wouldn't you want to, if you're going to bring in all that information, you would want to bring her, you would show all that, the lies, to the jury and then bring her on the stand. That's how I think you would do it. But what are you going to do? You're going to play clips of Candace Owens and Barron to the jury, or they have to make the case themselves? You know what I mean? So I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. And what's up, girl? Meanwhile, Karen Reed is still fighting to get her phone back after 3 years. Facts. If defense calls Erika Kirk, it's direct, not cross. Much different. They can get Erika Kirk's BS in without having to call her. Prosecution call her, then cross. Exactly. Prosecution would call her, and then cross-examination would happen if they wanted to from the defense. And I don't know. Barron knows more about this stuff than me, but I would definitely want to cross-examine her. But if she buckles and then she's got the I'm a widow flex going on, it could be detrimental to the verdict. You know what I mean? So it is sensitive. I understand where Barron's going with that.
Now here's the other question. Regardless of whether or not they have any evidence to believe it's true. Because if they have any evidence to believe it's true, they definitely ask this question. But even if they don't, if you're the defense, do you ask Erika if she's ever cheated on Charlie?
Ooh. Hell yeah. You want to rattle that cage? Absolutely. Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you,
Were you having an
I should have been
affair?
a lawyer.
Were you breaking up? Were you guys having marital issues towards the end of the relationship? How come there was the last public photo?
Why did Charlie sleep in his daughter's bed the night before?
How come the last public photo is from July of 2025? You took no poke pictures with him all the way until he died. July, August, September. That's 90 days, Mrs. Erika Kirk. Why did you not make any public photos 90 days before your husband was assassinated? Why didn't you sleep side by side with him? Why didn't he wear his ring? Why were you so concerned about the necklace? And
have you ever
most
had
of all-
sexual relations with Blake Wynn?
And most importantly, Do you believe that Tyler Robinson killed your husband, Charlie Kirk? Do you believe a 30-06 killed him? Do you think that a bullet went into his neck, did not exit, and then broke multiple vertebrae, and then left pieces and fragments in his body? And why do you think that I would bring in Kash Patel, say why, and Governor Cox, why did you guys order to have the pavement put down? Why'd you dig up the property? I mean, there's so many things. Insane. Kyle Wilbur, believe he's alive, is like flat earth theory. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, I hear you. I definitely don't believe either one very much. I don't believe he's dead, and I don't believe he's alive. I'm like lost somewhere in the middle of the in outer space. Jay Reed, Danks, I can't take Amber Heard 2.0. Her trial made me pull my hair out. Erika on the stand will have my cortisol levels peaked.
Oh my God.
I know. All we need is a Johnny what's his name? The guy that she was.
Thanks. Are we going to Utah for the trial?
Hell no. I'm not going.
You're not going?
No.
Really?
No. It's 16 hours drive for me.
I'm gonna have to fly.
No, it's too much, bro. Too much. Grow Friday on Tuesday. Have you seen the interrogation video that Jonathan Odie guy that was a Diddy associate? He's a guy that did the pew pew at Doral in video. He talks about the card game. Sent you a clip of Candace Owens talking about, yeah, I did see that. I know all about Jonathan Odie. I watched the whole thing, all the interviews. I was into the Diddy case for a while. I just wasn't on this channel yet. But thank you. Megan, I'm sorry, not a widow. My husband is downstairs. What? Monbent. Guys, remember a juror may lean towards Erika Kirk. Yeah, it is dicey. I agree.
Yeah, but there's 12 people in that jury, and you need to convince them all that Tyler Robinson is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. And I'm pretty sure that if you have 12 jurors watch Erika Kirk take the stand and have to answer these questions, at least one of them is going to have at least a little bit of doubt.
You think, bro, but maybe none of them have even watched her speak one word. You know what I mean? We don't know. And like, we're all watching this stuff and we're all talking about it and we're staying up to date. But probably half at least have no idea who she is and still haven't heard
about what she says. It's the facial expressions that she makes.
Just that they won't like her at all. You got to bank on that.
She's not a genuine person.
Yeah, I mean,
she's not a genuine. Listen, she's not a genuine person. Like it's not like she's a good actress where it's like, you know, like she might be able to sell it. Like she has to sell it to 12 people under the pressure of cross-examination. I think she crumbles every time. I do. I think I 1,000% believe that she's going to be breaking down, crying on the stand. But the question is why?
Yeah, I mean,
you need one member of that jury
why
think
would you
that
say
she's guilty.
Why would you say she's going to break down crying, bro? We haven't seen her really break down and cry at all.
Because every time she hits a stage, it's scripted. Every time she gets in front of a camera, it's scripted.
Throw her off script.
They're not giving her the questions in advance. You know what I mean?
Good point. Yeah.
We've never seen her under that type of pressure and those types of conditions. And I don't think she's equipped for it. I don't think she's equipped for it. I think she crumbles.
Imagine she just breaks. Oh, we did this and we did that, and they made me do it. I was so scared. I didn't know what to do. Just take me to jail. No, Andrew Coleman.
They told me it was going to be okay.
I know, right?
They said I was going to be the vice president.
But mascara just pouring down her face like, oh, BB9, he gave me so much money. I didn't know what to do. I said yes. They told me they were going to kill me if I didn't take the money. I didn't know what to do.
They said I was doing it for my country.
They said I was doing it for Charlie. That'd be terrible. It's almost like that's what, you know.
I just want to go home.
Why so sad?
Or imagine she hits him with the stop. Just stop.
Just stop.
Erika, I want to ask you about the cell phone. Just stop.
On repeat. Terrible. Imagine getting Erika on a lie detector. Oh man, they're all. Yeah, that'd be terrible. I'd feel bad. I would kind of. No, I wouldn't feel bad. Custodian, the trial is simply simulation of the legal proceeding. Truce. This is all mute. They will call Lance to the stand. He will confess he did it since they gave him immunity. Did they? Love you guys. There's no proof.
Yeah, we were looking into this. I got a tip. I was told yesterday that he got immunity, and I'm like, no way. I was so
And then
pissed.
he told me,
was
and I was
so
like,
pissed.
"Throw-"
Yeah, I put it on the thumbnail. I was promoting it. I'm like, yo, this is what we have to cover. And Danks is like, dude, I'm looking.
Thank God I
Yeah,
looked and I
can't
changed the
verify
title
it.
and sub everything. I couldn't verify it. Yeah, I wish I could.
I'm not going to say who told me either.
I wasn't going to air you out, but you did it yourself. It's all good.
Listen, yeah, because I take accountability for my mistakes.
It's all
I make plenty of them. Believe
Yeah,
me.
we all do. Only time Erika Kirk cried was donating her paycheck. Yeah, that definitely happened, didn't it?
Yeah, that was I covered that video the other day. That was when she was there on December 8th with the picture was posted on December 8th, and she was there cheesing it up with Blake Wynn, and she got on the stage and she was talking about how proud and how excited she was that they were going to get 5 billion views.
Yeah, there's a lot of views. It's
Less
something to
than
be
3
proud
months
of.
after her husband was assassinated. And she's excited about the amount of views she's getting on social media.
So it looks like they're in a tough spot, man. You know, the case is coming up here. We're inching forward. I mean, it could last 2 years or longer. Who knows? But it sounds like they want to try to do a speedy trial. Erika Kirk herself was pushing for that. But I will say, we'll just keep reporting and seeing what happens. You know, we're going to be seeing a lot more as things unfold, and we're here for it. And I just want the truth. But yeah, before we close out, I did want to introduce you. So we're moving out of the grieving widow phase, and we're getting close. I don't think we're there yet, but we're getting close to the vintage widow phase.
The vintage widow.
And, yeah.
Why does she look so old in this picture?
I don't know. I mean, it's just a picture, but this one says her new role is moving from grieving widow to the reflective widow, the wise sage to lead. The sympathy capture continues. Allow me to introduce the vintage widow. So the vintage widow's on her way. Any last words for the audience?
Yeah, I actually I got to get in touch with Elizabeth Lane. Shout out to Elizabeth Lane. We recorded an episode the other day, and I want to play a clip from the intro. I talked to her about premiering it tomorrow, but I still have to confirm with her on the time. But let me play this real quick. Real quick. The American people are getting bled dry.
How much can this country take?
The biggest transfer of wealth from the poor to the wealthy in history.
Right. How do you take the country over, right? You need people and racial and religious division, getting Muslims and white people to clash, and they are not even safe in their own countries anymore.
How can the government let that happen? How can the people allow the government to let this happen?
I think white people and black people woke up to this division attempt. I'm not going to England anymore.
The story fits the narrative. They'll push it out. They'll exaggerate. They'll lie. They'll spin it.
But their country is not their country anymore. He called me racist. It's his fault.
Do you know the whole backstory on Robert Maxwell?
That's why they are in on it with all agencies, because deep state is a separate entity. This is what people don't grasp. It is a world problem. There's a parasite in every major country's institution.
I believe that they cook the books, just media manipulation.
Slowly selling out your rights is what Doom does.
It might be a military operation.
There you go. Looking good. When's that airing?
We're supposed to air it tomorrow. Like I said, I just got to confirm with her on a time. It'll be on my channel and Elizabeth Lane's. I'm aiming for a 1 p.m. premiere Eastern time, but like I said, I'm just waiting to hear back from her to make it official.
So I got a last minute moment here. Let's see. So someone sent me a clip. They said they have the clip of immunity. So let's see what we got.
Hold on real quick. Before we get into this, I just want to shout out my boy who produced that beat. That's Vinny Idol.
Nice.
That was a professionally produced beat. I've been sitting on that one for a little bit.
Sounds good. Jane Doe, hey, A. Burkhart Law. I just wanted to double check this information because I scrubbed through again and can't find where anyone says Tyler was present during the questioning of this central witness. I heard this part. They met with this witness outside the presence of defense. Is there any portion of the hearing that gave details that Tyler was present? Thank you so much for the clarification. All right, let's see what happens.
Hearing, but I represent to the court that for the most part, the state, and I'm sure they'll correct me if I'm wrong on this, intends to rely almost exclusively on hearsay evidence at this preliminary hearing to make out the elements of the charges and allegations, and especially the death penalty eligible allegations against Mr. Robinson. And probably most problematic from our standpoint is that the central witness who's going to be presented against Mr. Robinson is a witness who the prosecution and the federal government have given promises of immunity to. And in lieu of putting that witness on the stand and subjecting him to cross-examination, they met with this witness outside the presence of the defense, asked a series of leading questions that the witness was asked to agree to, videotaped it, and the state proposes to introduce that into evidence. In addition, a prominent feature of the evidence that who's going to be presented against Mr. Robinson is a witness who the prosecution and the federal government have given promises of immunity to.
We're assuming it's Lance Twiggs, but they didn't say that.
And in lieu of putting that witness on the stand and subjecting him to cross-examination, they met with this witness outside the presence of the defense, asked a series of leading questions that the witness was asked to agree.
So they supposedly have a pre-recorded video of Lance Twiggs
Pre-recorded? Oh my God. Oh my God.
Remember I was telling you?
How is he not getting cross-examined?
That's what I heard, but I don't know. I think they're still trying to push for him to get cross-examined and not just because that's just considered hearsay, right? So it's not really admissible in the court of law to have a pre-recorded. You have a right to face your accuser. So the
911 calls, the 911 calls describe him as the shooter, or they describe a person that fits the description of Lance Twiggs, not Tyler Robinson, as the shooter.
Yeah, we just gotta wait and see what happens. The judge's got to make the determination on all this. I mean, it's kind of shady, Utah law can consider it hearsay, or they can consider it testimony. I think so.
That's
it
bullshit.
Just depends on what the judge decides to say. Yeah,
that's bullshit.
Yeah. So I got a couple more super chats. TL Catlet, $5. Actors tap into emotions. Psychopaths can't feel emotions to tap into. That's 100%. New member, Kylie Wilbur. Thank you for the super chat on the last one. Thank you. Welcome, new member. And Mountain Stars, $2. See Pyramid of Power by Derek Bros. All right, cool. Screenshot it. I think I've heard of that for some reason. Thank you. All right, that's it. That's your Saturday Night Live right here with your boy, Danks and Bayes. I hope you enjoyed, everyone. Throw a fire emoji one last time in the chat. Join the community by going to clubwatcher.com. You can join Danks and Bayes there. Clubwatcher.com gets you right in. Join the investigator tier if you want to join my weekly calls with the group, where we all get a say, a camera, and a microphone if you so wish. Dove into some really great topics this week and last, so
Speaking of Club Vatra, Danks, I don't know if you're gonna be up for a few hours, but I'm still awake. I still got some energy. I'm thinking about doing an after party in Discord.
Go ahead.
If you're in my chat, if you're in my Discord, put a 1 in the chat if you think I should do an after party.
Yeah, you guys join the call. I've been on all day, so I'm gonna just take a
I
break.
know you've
But
been on a lot. I got a lot of editing to do too, but it is Saturday night. All
yeah.
right, guys. I'll be on
All right.
Discord. Be kind, be grateful, do something nice for somebody, and we will see you guys later. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.